ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome to the Glass Academy, where every moment is hot.
Jeez,
and
wow.
fresh.
Ooh, it's hopping and dropping and sizzling.
What's happening?
No.
It's peppermint candy time here at the Glass Academy. It looks like the Olympic torch. Dun, 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 dun.
It smells pretty good.
Do you want to run by the...
Look at the sugar dropping.
Do you want to run by the table and pretend you're the Olympic flame?
I feel like anything could happen here. It could explode. I see the glass starting to crack now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the gathering point.
You want to get a zoom on in that?
Oh, I lost my Christmas hat. Ooh, it looks like flamboy. Yeah.
All right. I don't want any hot sugar landing on my... It looks really
Flat.
cool. It's definitely a bowl full of boiling sugar.
Just get your face like nose right on there. Tell us what the smelling notes.
I wonder if you
drip it
could
into something.
Could you set it in the
drip
pipe?
into the
Water?
slop bucket
The slop
right
bucket.
over there.
No, not in that slap bucket. Do it into the water.
Now we're going to be putting everything into the water all night.
We'll just
Welcome,
look at
everyone. We're burning hot glass.
it. It's pretty cool looking.
That's a perfect thumbnail.
The
Look
Glass
at me again.
Academy Olympic torch.
Jake, look at me and
I don't
smile.
really know where to put it. It's going to blow up in my face, so I got to...
Get
See,
rid
there
of
it
it.
goes.
Just put it in the water then.
Water.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. Charred sugar. Welcome
How's it
to
look?
the live glass blowing show. Starting up in 1 minute, we're going to be blowing some more glass. Chris is taking his pipe and getting ready to heat it up.
Oh, yeah, folks. This is the virtual show. 2024. Everybody's in the house. That smells nasty.
That smells pretty good, actually. It smells like just like cotton candy almost.
That water got dark, folks. You could take a look at that and rate that water on a Merck scale of probably like 12.
The
This
Merck
is like,
level.
they look like marbles. All right, Jake, you want to explain who the players are? This is Jacob Nordine. Who else is in the house?
Tis I. You got Oliver over here. There he is. You got Bess over there. There she is. Tech support champion. Michelle, there she is with the matching hat and the sweet purple gray shirt. And there's Chris with his dangler. And we are here on show number 295, if I'm not mistaken.
294.
I am mistaken.
Yes.
294,
Donna
folks.
corrected us. We were all over the place. But we keep records of everything so we know what we're doing. Wait,
Thanks
Oliver,
for doing that, Oliver.
This was, if you go back and watch the video, this is what we were burning because we can.
Wow, and so we've got a beautiful, beautiful display of, do you know how many total products there are? Like 40,
Oh, 40 something.
Almost 50 of all of our specialty signature items, and we're going to be going through pretty much each of those here tonight and making a specialty one, a little bonus giveaway here tonight for the virtual show. And this particular piece, the Warmer Upper by Chris, is going to be a members exclusive Super Tree. So here we go, folks. 2,000 degrees. What kind of color you got on that one?
I've got just a really beautiful deep barky color, and I'm going to go for some crystal, real icy type crystal canopies.
Crystal being glass melted down,
Clear
with no
crystal
metals or
with-
minerals
with-
added to it.
Exactly, no color.
Okay.
I got some nice looking root systems going on here.
That's the root system he's working on. And these are a beautiful product that you're going to see going live at 6:30. And now the Loyalty League and the Star supporters are subscribed, paying members on through our website did get first access as part of the perk of being a subscribing member. So they all got a peek ahead of the showtime. They know what they were going for. And now we've got a beautiful display, 50 products for you guys going live at 6:30. And there's a lot of pretty sweet ones on there.
All right, so you're going to be bringing me some
Crystal bits.
some tree leaves. Got a beautiful looking organic trunk on this thing. These are some of my most favorite pieces to make during the holiday season are the Michigan pines. They're unbelievable. They're super cool, and I like the option that we have that they can just be normal pines, or they can be
More?
No, I think that's going to be perfect. Or they can be Christmas pines.
Now, Chris has to have the ability to catch that glass as hot as he just did so that he's got enough time to shape this up into the foliage that it will be. And the longer time he takes to do this and the cooler the glass gets as he's sculpting it, the more he burrows a hole right into his middle finger. I was queuing up Chris to explain it.
When you're doing trees, you guys, it's really kind of an interesting situation because you're cutting hundreds of cuts per tree. And when you're cutting hundreds of cuts per tree, you get some serious holes in your fingers from the shears. And I definitely have a couple holes. I was doing a lot of trees all afternoon.
So your hands look like Swiss cheese?
So they're kind of like calluses. Basically, they are calluses, and I actually put some Band-Aids on them because they were not working out too well this afternoon. I'm ready when you are, Jake. But I've got the first canopy on here.
It looks beautiful. He's very strategically placing these. Although this is a very organic product and you want it to look real nature-esque and real natural and flowing, changing up the ratio, we talked about this at our last all-staff meeting on a couple Thursdays ago, the ratio of the way you lay down these foliage bands is very important to the way that the tree looks like it grew out of actual nature. It's kind of like the importance of the proportions of drinkware.
I do most of the work on the tree with my shears too, my straight shears. Just a great way to have a lot of consistent speed between the cuts and the shaping of the tree. This one we're going to put some beautiful opalescent pink, I'm ready when you are, ornaments all over it.
The thing is, we got so much action on the back end, we just don't hear any of your Facebook comments. Maybe you're watching on YouTube.
Just heat that up if you want, Jake.
Yeah.
Tell us where you're from. Who's in the house?
Here we've got Gaia watching from England.
Hey!
We've got Robin's here.
Yeah.
Wendy's here. Kay is here. Kay's here from New Zealand.
New Zealand. Let's
Oh,
get it.
nice.
Let's see. We've got Donna says, hey, everyone. Katrina says, good evening. Pam says, hi, everyone. The Roamers are here watching.
Roamers.
Carrie says, hi, Bess. Missed you last week. Hi, Carrie. Sharon says, greetings, everyone.
Woo!
Sue says, hi, everyone. Vicky says, hi from Seattle.
Vicky.
Over on the YT side, Angela's here, says, good afternoon, Masters of Glass Blowing.
Yeah.
Please have a great show with a great night. Icarus is here, says,
Yes.
excited for the show tonight since I missed the last few. Mary says, checking in from Hudsonville, Michigan.
Hudsonville.
Marilyn says, hello. Let's see here. Annette says, I spent way too much money on the early access today.
Uh-oh.
Well, that happens.
Got to get it while you
Stephanie
can.
is here from France.
From France?
We do have someone that
Nice.
we are quoting, if this is the same person. We are getting a quote. Today was a show day. It was very difficult to spend time calling the post office, but we are getting a quote. And so we'll have that answer for you. Love that torch. Kind of like the candy flambe.
That was pretty bright and exciting.
It was kind of cool. Yeah.
Okay, ready
Testing
for
the
ya?
pressure. You ready?
Yep.
I'm really excited about tonight's show, folks, because we're really just highlighting all of our top products, our main hitters, if you will.
Our main hitters, not Maine as in the state of Maine, but Maine as in top dog.
Yeah, and if anybody is watching from Maine tonight, we congratulate you.
Because Maine is a beautiful place.
I love that.
The tree is attached to the pipe. So there's a magic thing that happens to get it off the pipe and onto something kind of cool.
You want me to hold off on the base then while we put these super special one and done ornaments on here?
Absolutely. You putting them on?
I'll put them on.
I'm seeing a lot of brand new names today.
Dude.
Brand new?
Nice.
If you are new to the show, welcome. We love seeing brand new names and faces. If maybe it's only your second or third time, welcome back. Glad to have you back.
Yes. We also want to let people know as we begin to put these ornaments on that this show here tonight, we will have an extra giveaway. And that giveaway will be to the person with the most interaction in the chat. And that doesn't mean the most back and forth comments all in a row. That means long-stranded. Michelle's talking about 5 words or more comments. And we're going to use the robotic AI button after this show to choose the winner of the piece that we make after this as a bonus giveaway for tonight's show. So if you're interested, if you're new, we're going to do a regular giveaway, and it's going to be powerful here tonight. But we're going to have an add-on giveaway. And as soon as Michelle's done through the table, we'll get onto these ornaments, because there are a lot of products to see, as you see, about 50 or so available for purchase here tonight on our holiday Super Blaster Show. That's what we should have titled it best.
Super Blaster Show?
The Big Blaster Show.
I like it.
All right.
Well, the reason I came over here is I wanted to show them what you were doing. See the little dots on here? This is a different style tree, but this is what we had some requests for these. So the clear one with pink dots, this is the next step that they're doing. Ornaments.
This kind of looks
Ornaments,
like I'm going to
see.
cast a spell, like I'm going to Hogwarts or something.
I'm going to speak loud that way. One of these mics picks me up, but I saw in the comments Robin wrote in all caps, bonus. Talking about that giveaway. And yeah, you heard that right, Robin. We got a bonus giveaway going on.
Could you say that one more time, Oliver?
It's bonus.
Bonus. All right, they can only stay out so long before they have to go back and reheat the glass. I don't know, I have 4 or 5. How many ornaments did they get on there?
Could have been 4 or
We got
could have
like
been 5.
4. We're going to try to get probably like 50 on there.
If we do the math, I think that's
Whoa.
like 7%. I don't know. I might
Are we
be wrong
suddenly
there.
doing math on the show?
Yes. I love the way that Jake puts them on. It's super, super symmetrical when it comes to the roundness of them. But they even ball up and round up a little bit more when I go in and flash the piece to
Yeah.
get that deep core heat, which is a beautiful thing. Look at that, Jake. Nice work.
I really love, and I've never actually myself done a crystal tree with a traditional brown stem. And I'm loving the way you look through and you really are focusing, at least I am, on the gnarliness and the action that you put into the stem of this tree.
Yeah, there's a lot of burls and
Can you spell that?
knots and all kinds
Gnarliness?
of cool stuff.
Gnarliness.
Gnarly.
Can you spell that?
With a capital N. N-A-R. Nar.
It's not
L-E-Y-N-E-S-S.
I-E-E.
I just spelled it, but I can't remember.
Gnarliness?
Gnarliness. Whoa! We had some type of connection here. Now, since Jake's going blind from the torch, I'm going to show him where we need some here.
Thank you.
Here. And we're not messing around. This one's getting a lot. This is for the
for
Loyalty
sale.
League members.
Members piece, baby.
And we're going to put a lot of these on there. I wasn't joking when I said I wanted a bunch. So we're going to keep flashing, and we're going to keep hanging ornaments in this holiday season.
They call it the warmer-upper because it's the sweat breaker. It's the time
Could
when...
be that hat you have on, too.
Yeah, it's really actually keeping in a lot of heat up here.
Mine kind of makes me feel a little dizzy when I'm walking with it. Up here.
All right, if you got questions, let us
Anywhere on
know.
the top.
Bess is watching
Yep.
the feed, and Oliver too. If you see any questions, shout them out. Because that's the cool part about the show.
Wanted to give shout out to people watching from Argentina and from France tonight.
Represent.
Or maybe it's today if you're in France. I don't know how time works like that, but thanks for tuning in.
I want to get some Japanese viewers on here.
But it might be the middle of the night.
That's right. A lot
Do you
of
know what
people
I mean?
hang out at
Like
night.
for live, we get a lot
Here.
of followers after. Maybe they're watching when they
I'll
wake
flash
up.
it and we'll take a look, Jake.
Or when they have insomnia.
If you guys are watching on YouTube or
The
Facebook.
double ornament move?
Yeah, I did the 1-2 splatter.
Oh, damn.
Thanks for noticing that one, Oliver.
To a good spot.
It did in fact. It looked amazing. Wait till you guys see the color of our holiday shirts. Michelle just showed Oliver and I in our weekly meeting this morning or this afternoon, and I think you guys are going to be blown away.
Okay. A
But
couple
it's
more.
Still,
Really?
November, so they just got ordered today. 7th and
Yep, I
8th
got some
of
spots
December
right there.
is when we
Wait a
have
minute.
our holiday show in the studio.
Great. I saw one. How about down here, right there? Put one on. Whoa!
This is bar color we're working with, folks. There's no way we'd be able to torch
Here.
frit as much as I'm hitting it with the torch and let it get so hot that it drips onto the piece. It would turn brown or it would just turn clear again. And so by bar color, I mean that
think
this
we're
is
looking good.
factory dense, completely solid pink that we've pulled out, and is actually the reason we pulled this out is because we use this color for our signature round ornament, which hasn't been released yet, but we're going to be releasing tonight.
Well, I kind of walked by the table.
Oh, you did release it?
I did.
Well, there you go. You guys
I
got the
mean-
special surprise.
The show goes live at 6:30, so I kind of did a walk by.
A ton of questions in the chat here.
Questions from whom?
We got so many people, so I'm going to just kind of rattle them off here. From Pam, we've got, do you ever put earmuffs on your snowman?
Yes, we do, Pam. We've been doing that for quite a while.
Absolutely.
Quite a while.
We've got from Jeanette, does the torch flame affect any other part of the tree while you're putting down the ornaments?
Great question, but that's because I was angling it gangster style at a sideways angle, so it didn't affect and hit the tree at all anyway. So the answer is no.
Is that the Venetian technique term for it?
Gangster style? Yeah. Yep, I got that one.
Mary asking if Chris could create a tree like this one that he has already, but have the trunk of the tree be hollow so fairy lights could be put up inside it.
Oh, that could happen for sure.
Interesting, Mary.
That sounds like a custom order that we would do on another show, which would be amazing. All right, well, Jake, you're going to gather up the snowy pile of ice and snow for the bottom of this, correct?
Clear and white?
I think clear and white for sure.
Would you pull out the size 1 white, Oliver?
Size 1 light is out already.
Ah, see, my eyes are hurting from the flame being so bright that it
Yeah.
looked like a brown over there.
How come you don't wear tinted glasses?
I thought my Santa hat was going to do the job for me.
Hannah says that it is 1:15 in Sweden right now, so she thinks anyone who's Japanese might be sleeping.
Yeah, baby. Thank you for that.
That makes sense, but we do love Sweden very much.
What did you say, 1:45?
All right, I'm scooping.
Well, thanks for spending your late night
I'll be
with
drooping
us.
in 1 second after I recognize how bent this pipe is. My favorite pipe. One schmack of the larger chunked white. I'm going to go in here. I'm not going to give you all my trade secrets on the way it swirls, but
I'm not watching.
Please.
Yes, please.
So Linda says, hold on, it scrolled on me. There we go. Linda says, happy holidays, everyone. Received my beautiful jewel-colored ornaments and looking forward to putting them on our tree. Love the trees, the other trees, the snowmen, the adorable penguins, especially the ones with the crown. Have fun tonight.
Thank you so much. That is so sweet.
That was Linda?
That was Linda.
Linda's a champion.
I've got a Connor from Buffalo, New York.
No, you don't.
Hey,
It's not mine.
What up,
That's
Connor?
my dog.
Yeah, yours.
That's my man. That's my college roommate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He says, what is the Nordine's favorite Christmas ornament?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a good question. I just got my first ever Christmas tree, so I'll let you know in a couple weeks
Did
once I
you
start
really?
putting things
Yeah.
on it.
Real or fake?
Fake
It
with
was
life.
fake and it was gifted to me.
Nice, okay.
I think mine is something natural. Like the kids made some ones out of sticks or whatever. Those are my favorites.
This is good to go when you are, Dad.
Yeah, you don't really have to heat it too much there. Just get the stamp in it.
It's stamped and ready to go on the first marble casting of the day. You
Subtle
know?
hint saying the marble was cold.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You got to be
Love
a
that.
skilled glassblower to make that move happen.
The trick is the timing. Everything's about the timing of the trees, getting it away.
Cold marver, hot marver, annealing cycle,
Bling, bling, bling.
warm paddles, cold paddles.
So, and it's not an easy thing. It's honestly a little bit of a jaw clencher when you're putting these pieces away. That's a taller one. The base isn't that wide, so Chris is going to be balancing it on the way over to the box, and then to get it off of the paddle without letting it slam too hard in the box, it's not the easiest task. That's gorgeous. So it's going to be bubblegum pink ornaments, crystal leaves, brown stem, white swirler, and that one's for sale to the members exclusively.
Ooh, there's some other trees in the box. We made a bunch of clear ones today, so you're gonna have them.
Woo! Thank you very much, my friend.
We
I'm
don't
feeling
have any
warm.
clear ones on the show tonight.
My hand is definitely feeling warm. Pushing that thing into the annealing oven, it got cooked. Happy holidays, everybody. Loving our holiday show this year. We're glad you guys are watching us. It's going to be a great show. We're going to make some super sweet stuff, and that was the warmer-upper. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next up, we did have this.
A little bit of a cryptic
It's
code here.
Warmer whopper.
We were wondering.
We're
Warmer
on to
whopper?
number 2.
Number
Dun,
2
dun,
is going to
dun.
be the first one on the show that we've actually done with, and I guess we could ask people if they want to see the Santa hat or they want to see the scarf
Ooh, on a slugger?
on the slug.
I like the Santa hat one.
I like the
I like
Santa
them
hat.
both, but I like the Santa hat.
The scarf's a little more comical to me, like the idea of a slug moving so fast that the scarf is pushing off to the back.
You guys
Kind
put
of
it
hilarious.
in the chat.
Look at this guy.
I
He's
do like that one.
"Meow."
I also like the Santa hat because we could do it during the year and it'd be like a birthday hat. Like this one
Ooh, a
here.
birthday slug?
Doesn't it look like a birthday hat?
Totally. So then as a reminder, this piece will be given away next show. We'll pull a name. You'll have to be on the show to see that you won. But this person will win because of the most interaction in the chat. And we're going to use the AI robot to pull out that name between YouTube and Facebook. And you know how that works better than I
So
do,
to
Mom.
play this game, you have to have 5 words or more in your comment. I'll pull those from the show, do spin the wheel, and someone's going to win the slug. Look at that.
A
No
little bigger than usual.
feed, enter.
You're on eyes.
Super simple. Join the party. Why not win free stuff?
We're going to size it up a little bit for this. We haven't made any slugs this big, and honestly, probably about a year made any big specialty slugs. Those are classic size slugs with additional decoration.
So size it up means you're making it bigger.
Yeah, we're going to pump it up by like 25%. This slug has made it through all the cars driving through the roads and predators, and made it right to Christmas time and ate a couple cakes, and, you know, all of a
So
sudden,
he's
here
like
we go.
a Santa slug. He's going to be puffy and
Yeah,
round.
it's going to be a little chubber.
For my Loyalty League members, the
Hey, Dad.
tree is now available through the link in your email. I did send that out a few minutes before the piece was finished.
All right, Bess is looking at your comments. The cool thing about our show is you could watch on your TV and comment on your phone, just like Chris is doing.
The tree is sold. The table goes live
Tree
in
is sold?
5 minutes.
Jeez Louise. We're going to make this an even more specialty slug. I'm going to get a red body going. And Chris, if you'd bring over a jungle green spiral trail, we're going to make this looking just like Bess's outfit. I was inspired.
Hey!
By the llamas?
Huh?
The llamas inspired you?
Oliver
Wasn't
in the
inspired by the
action.
llamas.
Yeah, Bess is holiday queen.
Let's see those llamas.
I kind of feel like this is going to be a peppermint trail
Yes.
since we're in the holiday season, not jungle green, Jake.
I'm just trying to drive it home.
I saw you getting a little bit like burned up from that candy bubbling.
It was dripping all over my hands.
I saw it. You weren't messing around. I knew you were got burned when you were like, "We got to get rid of this thing quick."
Yeah. And the other
Hot
thing was
sugar
that
is
it
no
was
joke.
it was put goo all over on the floor, and I just can't.
I
be
think I
having
saw
that.
some like horrible like movie on some late night Sir Graves Gasoline when they took hot boiling candy goo and like flung it on some dude's face. Maybe the Phantom of the Opera. Is he the one who got like some hot wax on his face or something?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of Phantom of the Opera knowledge in the back of my head.
No, me either.
I can tell you, if you get hot molten candy thrown on your face, you would turn into a phantom.
Of the opera.
And
Dun,
if you
dun,
go to the
dun.
opera, then you're going to be right there. You could be the Phantom of the Glass Academy.
Could be the Glass Academy goes.
We've got a question.
Uh-oh.
Yes, please.
Over on the YT side, Jamie asks, question for Jake.
Oh, for me?
How do you know when to put the glass back in the glory hole?
That is just an instinctual deal that you got to learn over time. It's a mixture of like 5 different things all happening at once. The thickness of your glass, visually how much it's moving, the color that you're working with, the way it's shining, how much heat your hands are picking up. You know, that's about like 1,288 degrees right now. So once it drops below another 80 degrees, then we're going to have a problem.
What about
that was only 4 things.
What about how far your hat is tilted?
That's the 5th. That's right. Forgot about that one.
All right, when glass is hot, it's super sticky. So right temperatures, Jake didn't want his piece too hot or it would be flopping on the pipe. So he let it get cold. Chris's was nice and hot. And just like Chris's hat, they swirled it around the slug and voila.
Jamie,
exactly.
that was a
It is
little
striped.
bit facetious, that answer, but there is a lot that goes on to it, and it depends on what stage of the process you're in. And right now, I don't want to be sitting around forever. I waited an extra 10 seconds to let it stiffen up so that it wasn't flopping around so I could put on an even spiral trail. But if I would have been an extra 10 seconds behind and not predicting where Chris was in that step, then that 10 seconds of lost heat becomes 20 seconds that I need to reheat it. And then you're heating it back up from the outside in, and it's not going to have that same core motion. And I already know in choosing to do this spiral type slug, it's a much more difficult style of slug to make it have that natural bulbous, super slimy shape because of losing that original core heat. But it's worth it for this peppermint situation.
That's a great description. I love that, Jake. It's like it's pretty important. A lot of times we just think all you folks out there know what we're talking about when we say all these crazy glass blowing terms and things like that, but because it's second nature for us, because we're here all day long blowing glass. But I love it. That's what the chat channel is for. When you have a question, when we say something that, you know, this, is it the CC, the chat channel?
Yeah.
Yeah, use the CC, folks, because we sometimes forget, and we're just totally doing our own thing, trying to make this stuff happen, and we want to definitely educate you guys about the glass. Check
Ding,
out how
ding,
he's
ding,
pulling the tendrils.
Ding, 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 ding. Bess has an important announcement.
The table is now live. It is 6:30. We also had a couple people ask the same question, which I don't think we have talked about the answer to this question in quite a while. A couple people have asked, Why slugs? What was the thinking behind slugs? Why did we start making slugs?
Can I answer that one?
Yes,
Absolutely.
take it away, Mom.
Okay, back in 2020, when the pandemic hit,
Would you give me a bench blow, Mom, while you're over there?
say when?
Yep.
Perfect timing. Michelle was walking by, getting the
Good.
crazy hat that flew off of Jake's head.
Let's swap with
just
me. I'm
as
gonna
she was
need that.
grabbing it, he was like, give me a bench blow. And she totally gave it to him and puffed that
Probably
slug
good.
up real
Probably
nice.
just torch it from there, a little
Okay,
yellow
so
torch
here's what
action.
happened. In 2020, our family, our business was closed, so we'd come into the glass shop and blow glass and eat dinner. One day while eating dinner, we looked at ourselves and we were all in some form of our pajamas,
I'm
like
good.
we just got out of the house.
Thank you.
And we kind of felt like slugs. We weren't doing anything. We felt mellow and
Felt
kind
slimy
of
and chubby.
sluggish. So we started making slugs, and it's a character that made people feel good. They're all one of a kind. They're individual. They have these eyes. It takes a Marini technique for the eyes, which is a traditional Italian technique. They were fun. We could experiment with them. They were
Forgot what
all
I was
different. You could hold them in your hand like a soothing little stone. They just made you happy. And I think at that time in the country, it was a really great thing to do.
Yeah, it was super just happy and goodness. And we had a local pickup we shipped. That's when we started really shipping glass, and we ship a lot of glass now. Shouts out Robin, shouts out Ellery. But we had like a local drive-by pickup, and we had them all outside, and me and my sister, my mom, my dad, we were all just sitting there waiting for people to come pick out their slug, and they were like, oh yeah, we ordered a yellow one, and we take them over to the yellow table. And there was like 25 of them in their own little display, and they'd get in there with their mask on outside, out front of the studio, and
Yeah, remember
pick it
that?
out.
I remember that. It was drive-up, pickup only because they
Yeah.
couldn't come in
And we had
because
to do
of the
it by
pandemic.
numbers. It was like one person at a time. You had to stand in line,
yeah, that
come
was
up
so
to the
cool.
cart. We had the carts filled with.
Well, we all had to jump through hoops during COVID, and thank goodness that's over, and thank goodness for everything.
Where we are today.
Yep.
And lots of
it's all good.
positive things for us came out. We adapted our website.
Oh, look at
I
that guy.
loved how his eyes just drooped when you did
Yeah,
that.
he sat to the side.
That was pretty cool.
He's turning out pretty good. This guy's pretty tasty. Now what they're going to do is they're going to put a little bit onto the bottom. This is going to be where the GA stamp's going to be. And this is a cool spot
Oh.
right on his underbelly. So he's got the GA belly button, guys.
And this is literally my favorite shape of slug, right here where you see the top bulge out here a little bit, and his tail is real low to the ground down here. I've got one of these in my truck actually now, and it's one of the original ones that was made way back in the day, and I kind of forgot the style of how to make them high sitting like that.
Yeah.
And just this
Puffing like
last
they got
year.
all the goo in there, all
And
the
they're just
Slimer.
moving. They're like, I gotta go.
Jake, what do you mean, your truck?
That's what I mean.
What do you mean by that, dude? You drive a Ford Taurus from 1942.
Did anybody guess it correctly last week? I don't think they did.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Jake had an explosion in his 1997 Ford Green Bean Taurus, which was my grandfather's, his great-grandfather's car. And
Yeah.
he drove for 8 years and loved it and took care of it. And just so you know, he's the only person I know who has a portrait of his car that was hand-drawn by an artist, framed in his house in the living room of his own car, which
It
is
was
amazing.
a gift. It was a birthday gift. It was
It's
an
pretty
incredible
sweet.
gift.
Yeah, hell yeah. But now he's got a new vehicle, and he went and got unbelievable, went to South Ohio and
Yeah.
got a gorgeous truck, and this thing is pimping. So now he's a truck man.
It's true.
So you're going to have to put on 88.7 and start listening to some country music.
Well, when I was coming home from Ohio in the middle of nowhere, the guy had taken the antenna off of the
Oh, did he really?
truck, so I could literally only get one station, and it was the Christian rock station.
Nice.
And I was bumping it. It's not typically my normal tune, but I had no music, no Bluetooth, and I had a 3-hour drive, and I was trying to get comfortable with the car. and it was so loud compared to my other car. Let's go red.
So you just literally put all the ruffly fringe, just like the fringe that's on the edge of Oliver's hat right there. Jake just did that with the shears. Look how good that orange hair looks with that orange shirt and that white hat. Look at that guy,
good,
you guys.
Oliver.
About the slug now, aren't you?
But this is looking good. We're going for the Santa hat on the slug. This is a beaut.
He's a Slimer.
And is
certified.
this going to be one of those pieces tonight?
The giveaway? Yeah.
This is a giveaway.
Yeah, and this is going to the most active member on tonight's show on YouTube or Facebook.
Whoever's got the most comments posted.
Yes, and I believe it's comments above 5 words per comment. You could do 5 of the same word if you want, but we want that chat to get active, and we need your help with that mojo. Is this coming now?
Now we're going for that red portion of the hat. And what you guys don't realize, too, for some of you folks who are new watchers, colors don't look their true colors when you're working them hot. Look at that hat. Reds look brown. Reds and oranges look brown. And he's making a beautiful Santa's hat on this guy.
It's quite the hat.
It's kind of big.
You're going to have, if he's moving, you got to get it going backwards, right?
It matches the hat Jake had on earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little white tassel.
Would love that. As he preps the white tassel, I'm going to start. This is the Super Santa North Polian.
You guys, I want to congratulate you. It does not take long at all for you to get 5 words in. You're just answering our conversations and you're getting the words in, right? Just
Very
like,
cool.
oh, I accidentally got kicked off, or country music plays down the road. It's like 5 words is easy, so please, everyone jump in. Do 5 comments or more. We want to rock the show out.
A great conversation starter is what the deal with Thanksgiving is. What's the deal?
Yeah, what is the deal?
Just want to know. We want to know. Let us know, folks. Yeah, anything you want. You know, what are you doing? What are you cooking? What are you eating?
Tonight, Bess?
Who's coming over? Who's hosting?
What was our question on the clipboard?
Those are really good
I'll go
questions.
tell you what it is, since you guys are just doing
What's
this.
the deal?
I'll go tell you. Here it is, the question.
Tonight's question is, if you could send a gift from Glass Academy to anyone in the world, who would it be and why? You could even take it further. What would you send?
I like that question.
You're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com.
Now, that one doesn't win this piece. That one wins the final piece of the show, and it's going to be a rowdy one. And we actually need you guys to vote on what you'd prefer.
Oh, we can get that poll started right now.
We should get... Can you make a poll on Facebook? Mm-hmm. And YouTube, chime in the chat, please. We're between a bubble tree, which you saw, the tiers of bubbles all the way going up there as the giveaway, or a small sliding penguin on an iceberg.
Ooh-wee.
Put it in the chat.
So Bess is making that poll, so if you're on the Facebook side, answer the poll. That way Bess doesn't have to go and read every single answer.
Does the bubble tree have ornaments?
The bubble tree will be radical. But yes, if people want ornaments, we'll put ornaments on it.
Okay, I have some housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
So the members, we offer you early access to the show, but clarity on our end. To give you that special access, we have to close the page to the general public. It takes about 20 minutes of resetting the pages so they can be live for the show at 6:30, but we're all working the show. We're not a ginormous staff, so we do this prior to the show. So yes, I have to say that from 5 to 6:30, the links did not work. I will make that more clear in the future, but that's why the members got early access. It was 3 to 5 p.m. So.
And what's the story for those people who are new watchers about the members? Tell them about the member storage. Storage.
Storage.
All about the storage.
Check your email on Black Friday, folks. Watch your
because
emails.
we're going to have a special membership deal happening. If you're a current member, you too can cash in on this deal. We're doing some Black Friday specials, and we're going to tell you all about it.
Some shears behind you.
Nice. All right, guys, you heard it right there.
Whoa, he's a runaway.
I'm about this slug. He is a giveaway. So this is a bonus giveaway to whoever is the most active in our chat, whether that is YouTube or Facebook. It's just total combined. Your comments have to have 5 words or more. We will run algorithms.
Got it.
And determine
Bright red
who
and
is
green.
most active.
It's going to be bright red and green. I know it doesn't look like it right now, folks, but you can take our word for it.
That's a chunky boy.
That is the biggest slug of the year for the giveaway.
This looks like an abandoned hat to me here, Jake.
It jumped off my head.
You
It wouldn't
better
stay
get
on.
it back on.
I started getting all sweaty, and it just like exploded.
You better get it back on, pal. That's right. No, there you go. You chose that hat. Enjoy, Jake. Enjoy. Let's everybody give Jake a little love about his favorite hat.
That's nice.
Okay, we're not going to go over the table yet because our little elves are working behind the scenes pulling the orders.
Didn't we already go over the table?
We did. I'm just saying we'll go over it once some products release.
I'm dumbfounded, everybody. Where's the holiday spirit?
Doesn't stay on my head.
You guys choose these in the beginning. Now, come on, Michelle.
You're not even filming me.
There.
So up
Just
next.
Get it on there.
Up next.
Bubble tree?
Nope. Up next, we're going to be doing a ridiculous. Can I go over the signature products?
Yeah.
Because this leads into what we're doing now, here now. We're going to be talking about the check for our signature
Michelle,
pumpkin.
Did you
We'll
just
be
print?
releasing this show.
Did you just
We'll let
print
you know
all the
about
orders?
that. For this show, we're doing Forgotten Harvest for our signature
okay.
cane and our signature ornament. Let's take a
Got
look
you.
at them.
I love that cane.
This
I
is
was
a
so
super
confused 'cause we were, like,
difficult
doing it
cane
at
to
the same
make.
time, and I was like, what is happening?
White on the outside. There's white texture.
Okay.
Super classic. Very technically
Well, they're
When
challenging.
people
Playing
buy
it, she's
these, when
probably
they buy
like,
them
what
for
is
themselves
happening?
and for gifts, do they come wrapped like this right here?
I do believe they
because
do.
that
Well,
is an
because
And look at
unbelievable
that
gift
bow.
wrapping. And
Does
look
she
at
know to
that
bring
one,
those
you
out now?
guys.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's already enough and beautiful to begin with. And then we've got our signature ornament, which for the first time ever, and I've never really seen this anywhere else, we have a golden loop on these magenta and bubblegum
Stay right
beauties.
there. Don't move it. I'm going in for a close-up. Look at that.
Have you ever seen something like that?
I love the gold on it. Talk about blinging. You got that on your tree, the blinging's going to hit the fan.
It's out of control. We got the stocking stuffers over here. These were the different pinks and styles that we tested leading up to our final decision. And so Forgotten Harvest is going to get $2 from every purchase going to that organization. We've got a canned food drive that we did here in the studio. We're going to take that to those guys when we cut them that check later, probably mid-December. And it's going to be a really beautiful thing. So not only are you supporting us and a small American business, you're also supporting, they're a food bank, and they bring excess food from grocery stores and all other
Restaurants
places
and
that
stuff.
would be tossed away. They bring it and pass it out to the community. It's super cool. We've actually donated them before, you mentioned,
The World
back
Record
in like
event. They were
2020.
one of the 10 organizations we chose.
Super cool. So read up about them. Bess, if you haven't already done it, which you probably might have, would you mind putting their email
Forgotten
or their website in the
Absolutely,
Chat.
I can do that.
And while she's doing that, this is our giveaway check to Rise and Kites.
That was from our signature pumpkin, folks. Super cool. We talked about that a bunch. That was the autism kits for brand new babies born into the world that need advice and help and where to go and what the deal is. So we got $264 getting written to them, and we appreciate your guys' support in doing that with our signature pumpkin this year.
Yep, 100%. We look for organizations that are nationwide
Right.
that talk about preventative care, that are about healing or good foods, give back to the community. Speaking of give back, we got a card, a lovely card, while you guys get started, from a customer that says, her daughter watches the show and she absolutely loves it. She's like, thank you for bringing joy and peace and harmony to our Tuesday nights.
I got an amazing email from Linda as well. It's the holiday season. It's so nice to hear from all of our amazing customers and fans and get letters like that. It's beautiful to be a part of a community like this where everyone's just enjoying themselves and making artwork and being happy and being curious. That's what it's all about. So now with that beautiful lineup, we're going to go for...
Is the pastorelli preheated?
Yes.
And we preheat it because those sticks of glass in Jake's hands need to warm up so that plate doesn't look hot at all. That's why I asked. Oliver was behind the scenes heating it up very gently. And Jake even comments as he puts it down, it's frying his fingertips.
We're going to make... Does anybody know how many pieces of cane he just put down?
42.
Take a guess in the chat, guys. Take a guess in the chat.
Don't screenshot it and count it.
5 words or more. I think he put down.
Right.
Right? See how you play that game?
So now I got to measure that.
That's right.
You want me taking flashes on this while you're getting all that ready? No, it's got to warm up.
Yep. It's got to warm up slow on the pastorelli, and we're going to be doing a snowman with cane on the outside of it.
Yes.
Talk about a holiday pimper. This guy is going to be all right. Can't wait to do it.
One of those items that we wouldn't even really put in the gallery because people coming into the gallery would have no idea the time and the effort it takes to make a color pattern like this. So this one is specifically for you guys. It'll be made on the show and for sale on the show.
And take a look at that color. It's red. You know it's not quite hot enough yet because when it gets hot enough, it's going to turn brown. So that red is warming up and it's getting darker. Uh-oh, look who we got here.
Oh, snap.
She's getting pretty big.
She is, and she's still got time to grow.
Look at that.
What do you think?
That's Etta, guys. And
she's got some singed whiskers right now.
She did jump up by the furnace the other day and burned her whisker, but she learned to stay away from that. That's for sure. But she is loving it here at the Glass Academy. She's our #1 cat. She drinks the block water, only Merc level 3 and under.
Somebody asked if she has a festive color. Kind of. It's
all right.
Oh, it is.
Look right in her ear, folks. Look at all.
I know. Oh, well, she won't turn her head.
What do you think?
We're going to start heating these guys up.
All right. You go ahead and gather yours up, and we'll go for it. They got dark, Michelle. The pastorelli warmed them up enough that they're not red anymore. They're kind of a burgundy.
The pasta soak.
Linda says, what causes the red to turn brown?
The heat causes the red, Linda, to turn brown. Oranges and reds and yellows look brown when they're hot, and they don't get their true colors when the glass is until it's below 600 degrees approximately.
Were we guessing how many pieces of cane you laid down?
We were.
Okay, I have guesses, and I missed out for a second. So.
Oh, cool. What did you guess?
I've got a couple people saying 17. Carol says 15. Susan says 16. Somebody said 14. Somebody said 12.
17's the magic number. And they must have counted the ching-chings as Jake was putting them down, because that's what I did.
They must have.
The ching-chings. Ching, 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 ching. When you come straight at me, I can't see it.
Look at I just made a snowman.
That's pretty good.
No way.
It's true. Look at that.
Oliver, would you grab... Oh, you got 2 pair right there. We're going to do it right on this table. That'll be perfect. All right, I'm getting ready to come on out, Jake, to squeeze these together and spin it around. Here. Oh, maybe a little longer.
Hannah says it's snowing here. She lives in Sweden.
Time.
Wow.
Lucky you.
That's in
Do you have
Sweden.
snow already? No, we
Look
do
at that.
not. Usually we do by now, but we haven't gotten it yet.
not only do we not have snow, it was like 56.
We were golfing just a few days ago.
It's true. Shot a 78.
60 degrees.
Oh, yeah. So the last cane roll-up we did, I remember Chris mentioning that he thinks I was a little too hot on my end when I went for it. Or no, it was that I was pushing down too much. And it kind of shrunk up the diameter of my collar.
The collar is the glass that's on your pipe.
Yes, the glass that's on my pipe. So this time I've got the exact size I wanted, and I'm going to keep it at a nice sticky temperature. I don't want it too hot that it's going to squish and shrink up. I don't want it too cold that these cane aren't going to stick proportionately. The other thing about these cane is that they're red, so they're not going to be as hot. They're not going to be as molten and soft as some other colors. Red is a very stiff color.
So if I put this down on the marble the way I just had it, it's going to be perfect for you to pick it up right there. I'm going to squeeze them together.
All right.
When I squeezed them together this last time, Jake, I think I probably squeezed them a 3/8 of an inch
tighter.
Yeah, and I'm going to do it again.
Well, maybe don't.
All right.
You know.
Mary Lou is just
Could you
hopping
grab
on.
me the
She
brush?
says, "Hi everyone, my husband and I just finished celebrating our 58th anniversary with a fabulous dinner and dessert."
Yum.
Happy anniversary.
Well,
Nice.
thanks for joining us tonight after your anniversary. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I know some people are going to be watching, like Elaine Nordine, my mom, and Jake's grandma, and Otto Plusinski is going to be watching, possibly with Francis.
Represent
That's Michelle's mom
family.
and dad. What's up, Otto?
Shall we?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Whew, that is a hot one.
That's a hot one.
Ready. It's on, yep, up a little higher if you can. There you go.
How many glass blowers are in the house? You know the tension that comes. Looks
Perfect.
like a rug. Like he's rolling up a rug. That is one
Nice
tricky
work,
moment.
Jake.
Yeah, nice work.
We'll put this somewhere safe so nobody sits on it and gets a burnt booty.
Ouch.
Oh, Oliver's going to brush it.
Please.
You ready for it?
Yep.
It is a straw brush, but what it's doing is washing off or brushing off the kiln shelf. Sometimes there's a little residue. Kiln wash is what you put on the steel plate so that the glass doesn't melt to the steel plate. It's a very thin layer of a ceramic wash.
All eyes on you, Jake.
I'm just going to start working it.
You guys, you got to push that one in close to the pipe. Finger burner?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got it. We got it. So now we're going to tuck this in. Do you think we should probably be gathering over this thin layer of clear to trap it all in there and make it a really glassy snow person? Or should, I kind of feel like...
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
It's going to be pretty big if you gather over it.
Well, this
Drain
is the
it.
virtual holiday show.
I think if you just neck that bottom down just the way it is, it might be okay the way it is, but doesn't need to be heel mungo.
It might need to be. So we got to build up the heat. I'm not handling it. Chris is handling it.
Got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
There's a question.
Oh?
Sorry, I can't talk. Connor says, Does the color actually have an effect on how quickly the glass cools down? Am I understanding that correctly?
Absolutely.
Yeah, blues and greens don't cool down nearly as quickly as oranges and reds. Oranges are probably the stiffest, and they have the quickest cooling down temperature. And I've had pieces that I've blown that have been orange, and you just wait a little bit too long, and you go in to heat them up, and they explode.
Yeah.
It's definitely a tough color to work with.
Even more so than a yellow?
Well, I mean, now that we're talking about Jake's favorite color.
Yeah, I noticed there's a yellow gnome in there that was made like 5 months ago, and that poor gnome is still sitting on the shelf today.
That's only because it's such a gorgeous gnome, Jake.
That's all I got to say about yellow.
So the importance of him marvering it, which means rolling it on the steel plate right here, guys, the importance of that is because he has to make sure that each one of those pieces of cane, which are about the size of a straw, have to be connected, perfectly sealed. Otherwise, it won't be airtight. Once he gets those all connected, then he's going to close the end down with his jacks, which are these tools right here. Probably the most important tools a glass blower uses are the jacks.
Let's do it. Just grab the nice jacks.
And he's going to, what are you going to do?
I was going to have him just...
There's stuff on the marver there. Brush it off.
Well...
We want to make sure every time we marver, you wash off, you wipe or wash off any of the dirt or anything. And I had the Pastorelli on there that was red hot, so a lot of fire scale could come off of that onto the marver. So you don't want to get any impurities into the cane. It's looking good.
Just nice and gentle. Coming back.
So what he's doing now, Jake's actually squashing down the cane from the inside with Oliver using the jacks and the outside of the marver, which is going to widen that up. Now, essentially, it's going to seal those seams all the way around. 17 pieces of cane with 2 seams on each one would be 34 seams that needed to be sealed.
34 is a lot better than 17. I kind of feel like the number 17 is kind of like the color yellow.
What do you mean?
What could you possibly mean by that?
That's good. It's just a totally odd, weird number. Isn't it like some super prime number, too? And it's like...
That's your sweet 17 birthday. Everyone has a sweet 17. What? Yeah. That's right. So you got to close this end up?
I'm closing it up right now.
And he wants to use the smallest amount on the end as possible so we can use as much of that cane as possible. And I'm going to get a paddle ready because we're going to catch this thing. It's going to be a really cool looking sweet piece of cane. Watch this.
Oh, and it's stiff. That red is
stiff. It's like a little flower.
Totally.
Hannah from Sweden asks, are you Swedish? Because Nordin is a common last name in Sweden.
I am.
You got it, Hannah.
Hannah, we're Swedish and Finnish because we grew up right on the border.
Sorry.
We didn't grow up. My grandmother grew up and grandfather right on the border of Finland and Sweden up in the Lapland. So both my grandparents spoke Finnish and Swedish. Cool. So we are Swedish and Finnish. And we got a little German mixed in too. My mom's family's from Austria.
Michelle can speak on her heritage.
Oh, Oliver's taking care of business over there.
Down.
Woo!
I don't know if you guys can hear that through the mic.
He's behind the secret wall, folks.
You guys be nice over there.
All you see is his little hat.
What's up, Edda?
What are you doing, girly?
She didn't want anything to do with that hot glass.
All right. Look at that. It's sealed.
So is it trade-off time?
No, it's dunk time.
Dunk?
Yeah.
Dunk.
You got no bumps in that, so you're not going to be trapping any air bubbles?
No. It's a little bit bumpy. I was going to tuck it down one more time because the tip's wider. I like to have the tip a little bit pointier to go in for the dunk.
Yeah, I'd take it down a little bit more as well because we don't want to be making a snowman that's like 3 feet tall.
That's a big snowman.
Yeah.
But the idea, which I don't even know if we mentioned, is that I'm going to be making this roll up here and sculpting the body of the snowman. And I'm going to be passing it to Chris, and he's going to be putting on all the
Accrements?
accrements.
Is that the right
What is
word?
it?
We could just say the items.
The snowman items.
Hold on, I'm getting close. That is cool looking.
Signature Cane 2024 Super Snow Person.
That's about as collectible as it gets, right?
Yeah. This is going to be an item.
Looks
I
identical
see.
to a snow person right now.
Well, it's getting there. Kind of looks like a snow torpedo or a
So if
peppermint torpedo.
am I
Spearmint.
am I gathering this up?
No.
You're making the whole body and everything? So if you're making the body, where's the smallest ball of the snowman snowball action going to be? And the biggest is going to be closest to the pipe?
I thought so.
I mean, that's okay.
Or we want to do it the other way and then punny it up.
We do plan these shows out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm just here to take video.
Hey, as long as
Do you think it should be punnied up? We could do that. It'd be easier to make the biggest ball on the end.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be too big either.
Meanwhile, the
I
glass.
just saw the slippery penguin just got taken off the table over there.
Okay,
Really?
I'm going to do a little housekeeping. I want everyone to listen up during this next stage.
I'm going for this dunk.
You do it, I'm going to follow you around. If you are a winner of a contest, you will get
mind
notified
grabbing
by
that
us by email. We are not telling you on Facebook that you
I'm gonna
won
spend
a
a little time in there.
contest. So I want to say thank you to Susan who
Close it
got
up.
some post on Facebook that said she won. Send us your information. It is not true. We will never reach out
All
to
right.
you on Facebook
Thank you.
and tell you you won something. That's not how we roll. We're going to have your email. You're going to get an email directly to your in basket, and it's going to say if you've won something and what to do next.
Do we got scammers out there?
Oh, we got big scammers.
I'm
And
flattered.
I take down and block people all the time. So if you get that request like, oh, you seem so friendly, can I be your friend? Just shut it down, block them, let me know. We'll take them off our Facebook
Shut it
page.
down.
I've got a special notification that I need to let everybody know, Michelle. I'd like to put a shout out to Dearborn Brewing and all the homies and homiettes that are at Dearborn Brewing, hanging out, watching our live stream right
Oh,
on the
nice.
TV
Yeah.
in Dearborn Brewing.
Oh, I love it.
The crew.
We love these guys, and if anybody is in Detroit, you're coming into town to visit, you're coming into town to go to the Henry Ford, you got to go to Dearborn Brewing. You got to try their model IPA, which is unbelievable. These guys have a top-notch place, and I'm telling you,
I
you got to
think
stop in there for
that,
a cold one.
I think they need to hold up a picture of their beer in front of the TV. We'll post it on Facebook.
How do we get to see that? Can we
No,
see
if
that?
they take a picture and just email me a picture, I'll post it on Facebook.
Oh, I thought there was some type of weird reverse button that we could see into their place.
Have you heard of the portals
Hello?
that are like that?
Yeah.
So they put 4 different portals around the world right
Stop.
now. There's one in Philly, which is where I saw it. There's one in Dublin. There's one in Lithuania, and there's one somewhere else. I don't remember the 4th location off the top of my head. But the portals, it's videos, and you can wave at each other and everything. And
Really?
every 3 minutes, it changes locations, but you get to see all
Low
different
light?
glimpses of around the world, and you can wave at each other and like
Whoa.
show each other
Stop.
stuff. It's super cool.
That's crazy. I do want to say that I heard last night while I was relaxing in a sauna that was made in a horse trailer that
Yeah, you're
somebody
just jealous.
successfully took
I
a
am.
monkey's head and cut it off of one monkey and put it onto another monkey's head,
A
and it
family show.
survived.
This is a family show. Don't go there.
That's not unfamily-like. It's amazing. It's like a scientific discovery. Could you imagine, like my friend Toby was saying, could you imagine if they could take my head and put it on an 18-year-old kid? It would be me with an 18-year-old body, and they just
Chris
did
has
it with a
gone rogue.
monkey.
Where do you come up with this?
It happened in the sauna last night.
Like, hence his brain was a little hot.
I didn't dream it.
We didn't dream it.
Thank you,
Low light.
Michelle.
Our friend's farm
Stop.
is absolutely amazing, but they're off season now. And so they invite everyone over for saunas, and it's fantastic. I see all my farmer friends.
That farm's Green Things Farms, guys. Just on the Ann Arbor border there, kind of on North Campus area.
Nixon Road.
Nixon Road, and it is amazing. They got a beautiful farm stand. Check them out, Green Things Farm Collective. They're great. Google them because they have the best food around.
Yes,
Getting
sir.
sweaty.
Do you want me to turn the fan on?
No, because then I can't hear anything.
What?
And then the goblet might explode.
Hey, Roland, we cannot wait. I just want to give a shout out. Roland's making a video with our gnomes in it from a past show, and next week is Gnome Show. We're going to have that video live and ready to go for you.
Leave that open.
You will see gnomes like you've never seen them before.
So
Carol says, take the hat off, Chris. I think you're overheating.
I am getting a little warm, but I chose the right hat.
Why? Because that one has a hole on the top or something?
No, Oliver and I are just macking it together.
Yeah, macking it.
Dan says, is this for sale?
Heck yeah, it is, Dan.
This piece is going to be for sale, folks.
It's going to be a mad
I'm
race.
just trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to be doing with it once Jake hands it off to me. But it's going to be punted up on the bottom. You want to heat that bottom with the torch and flatten that
it up
bump
a little bit
so that it's not precarious.
Yeah, I kind of want to. You're going to flip it around and Sophie that. I don't need to mess around with that last. I'm looking at the third bump closest to the body, and it's a little bit long. I chopped it twice, and I tried to use more cane and not leave a bunch of cane left over on the pipe, so it's a little bit elongated, but it's also small in diameter, so we're going to use the Sophietta, hence the name of our amazing cat, and the carts that we use to carry around glass. And
the carts are called Sophietta? What are you talking about?
No, I was talking to Ellery on her way by, but I don't even think she understood me.
Well, make sure you cap this for him, Oliver, so he doesn't give this guy the saggy booty.
Still needs some more heat.
Hey, I want to say, Susan, again, thank you. It's not, so it's like a Facebook thing. It is not us. It's the hashtag.
It's a scammer bot.
Yeah, log in to Get Rewards Glass Academy. So we'll do what we can on our end to like knock it out. But again, we will never send you anything about a win on Facebook. Because if you heard us for the contest tonight, I'm going to take your names off Facebook. I'm going to put them in something, and we're going to announce the winner next week.
One thing you'll notice too is even though it has the Glass Academy logo, it does not say Glass Academy at the name of when it was posted. It says Gift Team.
Oh, seriously?
Gift Team. I'm going to tighten up that neckline one last
I'd
time.
like to think we're like ginormous, but
blow it a little bit.
We're
going to be putting it on a paddle, but round the bottom. I just didn't want to have a sharp point on the end to punny up on because it would want to come off. So you can round it out just a little bit.
Like let it be bulbous?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it might sit nice flat right on the patty too.
Yeah, it could. You're right.
I thought it could be a wobble less maybe.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about like what I'm going to be doing with that head shape, and I don't think I'm going to have to do much except for
blow light.
Yeah. Except for push that down. It'll round itself right out.
All right. Well, you want to bring the punny in? I'll pass it off to you.
Yeah.
Or you got it, Oliver. So that looks amazing. I'll bring it over for a nice close-up. It's going to be bright red for sure.
Yes, sir.
Here we are. Bright red.
We see you.
Well, you guys were over here doing something, so.
This way, 'cause it looks like a giant peppermint, like from that angle.
Oh.
And that's red, folks.
Like the peppermint we burned earlier today.
And so this one is for sale. This one's for sale to the general public, but we never put a price on it or put it up for sale until it's safe and sound in the annealing oven. Which, if you're unfamiliar, the annealing oven is made for cooling the glass down. We've got 5 of them here, 6, 7 of them, 8 of them. We have 8 annealing ovens.
20 of them.
And
42.
they'll take the glass from usually right about 1200 degrees when we put it away. It's completely stable at that point, or we'd like it to be, and it'll cool it down overnight. Now, I'd say for ornaments, we do like a 10-hour cycle, thin ornaments. But if we're doing a giant, super snow person like this, and it's gonna have a thick base to it, we're probably gonna have this cycle going for like 18 to 20 hours, just to maintain and guarantee that it cools down slow enough that there's no stress within the glass.
So maybe the lady that came in today heard us talk about on the show it's 18 hours. That was the class pickup?
No, I don't think so.
She's like, it takes 18 hours to cool off.
Yeah. And that's the same with class pieces, what Michelle's referencing to. When people take a hands-on class, you come into our studio in Dearborn and make one of the 7 or 8 different classes that we offer with the help of me or Oliver or Matt. It has to cool down overnight, and then you can pick it up during gallery hours. How you feeling about that, Dad?
You want more on it?
Let's check it out.
A little pointy, a little bit off the end of the pipe, a little pointy.
Okay.
It just gives it somewhere, in my mind, the way I think about them, it gives it a little opportunity for that chunk to pop off and get cold on the end of the pipe with no stability.
And probably this thing's a little bit cold. The punny was a little cold.
Yeah, I hung out on the sill with the gather on it for a while and I let it warm up, but
Because I'm going to be working on it for a long time, I want to make sure that we got plenty of core heat in it.
Yeah. This is the lifeline of the piece, so most snowmen we don't flip around, but because of the size and the stature of this sweetie right here, we're going to be sticking onto his bottom that little bit of shape. And then Chris will be using that as the lifeline to hold this piece onto the bottom for the rest of its creation. So we got plenty of heat on both sides. It's kind of probably going to be heavier than you think, Dad, but better than too thin. And if we're all lined up, nice. Good thickness, minimal cane left over.
Is there anything to save? Put in a pipe warmer?
Ice cold and moilized.
All right, so now I'm kind of focusing on a couple things. One, I want to tighten up the line in between the second
51,
and third bump. And I also want to push that bump down a little bit. And then we're going to add the hat onto this thing. I think it's going to work out pretty good.
I'm dumbfounded by...
I don't think we need to tungsten it at all.
No. I mean, we have the whole cart. It's like...
Yeah, because it's hollow, and we're adding a bit onto the hollowness, so there's going to be no air connection. But I'm wondering, I'm kind of thinking amongst myself, I think I'm going to put like a... I wonder if I'm going to do a traditional black stovepipe hat on the top. Classic, yeah. There's so much going on. And then I also brought out the white and the black there, Oliver. So I want to put white down first, and then we'll put black pupils on it. Coal dot eyes.
got it, okay. Before we're going to sulfur this head up.
Do you want...
It's always interesting watching that Sophie and how everything expands out just perfect.
It's looking pretty darn good. This guy is a tasty looking snowman.
Pretty sweet. It's pretty cool. Nice way to work that head. Look at how perfect that is.
It happened with the Sophie so quick.
Just like... whoosh.
All right, Jake, you want to bring me a black stovepipe hat? And we can do a patty on the marver, and we can squash it with a mold. The black patty, and then we'll bring the stovepipe top.
All right.
I don't ever like putting the eyes and the carrot nose on until after we've got the hat on, because I like to see what type of posture the hat's hanging at so that we give it some real personality.
Dad, how's the size of like a silver dollar, like a large, like 1 ounce silver dollar sound?
Yeah, about like that big.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit bigger sounds great.
Perfect.
And you got diamonds over there, Oliver?
Yes, we got diamonds over here.
All right, we're making sure we got all the right tools to get busy with this guy.
Is there anything else you're thinking you need out?
I'm also thinking about like the arms and how they need to look like twigs and sticks, which is cool. And we're going to put some buttons going down the front, some coal buttons. You're going to be the button man?
I could be button man.
And the eye man?
The button champion.
Would you grab, oh, I can use this.
Yeah.
This is our boy?
Yeah, this is our boy. I'm on the marver, and then I'm going to squish it with a mold, yeah?
Yep.
You guys see how much time it took to make that body there. Typically, snowmen are already a 3-person process. One person is the body sculptor. They pass it to the accessory applier, who then passes it to the patty dripper. And that's pretty much what we're doing here. However, it's...
Yeah, it looks good.
Super amplified to have this ridiculous color signature 2024 action. Yeah, she's like, they got it covered. Topper and then the schnoz, or topper and then the coal?
Topper, and then we're going to do the topper, then the eyes.
All right.
The way you saw on camera.
You want to do the eyes, I'll do the topper, or other way around?
Looking pretty
Looks like it's
good.
wearing a like beret right now.
Right, we've done them with berets before, the artist beret.
Yeah. Just needs a little dot on the top, it'll be perfect.
You could probably get ready with the
Dad?
torch. Yeah?
Is that enough?
Oh, yeah. We're not messing around. This guy's going to have about a 30-gallon stovepiper.
Is this going to be a weathered hat, or is this going to be a pretty classy signature cane?
I think I'm going to give it a few lines in the side of it, and then to kind of just give it a little bit of a sag to it. Tattered would be the proper word, right?
Tattered's what like a shark tail looks like.
I'm putting this knife down right here if you want to pad down those whites of the eyes when we get to it.
You're the man.
Ready for this?
This coming now?
Yeah.
All right, we're going for the hat application, folks.
Oh, Oliver, I forgot to point out our marini-eyed snowman over there. I wonder if it's still there.
I saw it was up there. I haven't had a chance to look at the table too much since we started.
Yeah, number A8.
Crazy-eyed one?
The experimental crazy-eyed super snow person.
I gave him a crazy name, too.
You better check him out, you guys.
What do you remember what the crazy name is, Bess?
What, Oliver?
Do you remember what the crazy-eyed one name was? Like, is it like Kevin?
I don't remember off the top of my head. It's not Kevin.
Like a real wild, outlandish name, like Connor?
Connor.
It's...
Connor.
I'm pretty sure it's Bingo Frosty Pants.
Bingo Frosty Pants.
Give me 1 second. I don't want that hat to sag.
Yeah, Bess, you did name all 50-something items, didn't you?
I did. I had fun this weekend.
Oh, man. That's incredible.
All right, Oliver.
I like that his
It's
hat
going to be
is
a
just
big
little
enough
bit
mass
tilty.
for your...
Yeah.
You're going one eye right there, yes.
Love it. There's a super cool
Right here.
depth right now in this snowman's body because, give it the gangster style, hit it hard. Because the cane, the white, is wrapping around both sides. So you've got the front edge of the bands coming down, and then you look past the red cane and you see the backside of the swirl coming around. It's a really cool depth to the pumpkin. I mean, the what? Anyway, subscribe, you guys, and remember, if you got more than 5 words in the chat, the more times that happens, the more entries you get, an opportunity to win that Santa slug made earlier in the show.
It's coming down.
What's going through your mind here, Oliver?
Oh, just do it perfect.
Yeah.
Just be really intentional with it.
That's a pretty thick hat and a big piece. How were your fingers when you were dropping that on there?
Hot. Hot.
I got all the information out of them, folks.
That's all there is to know. It's okay. Doing eyes here is, I really enjoy doing eyes like this. This is one of my, like, if I get to do an operation, I like doing this a lot because it takes a lot of OCD.
Keep them in the center now. I don't want someone.
Yeah, exactly.
No
Matt.
crazy eyes, Oliver.
Ready? Boom.
Arguably the most important part of the entire snow person, the look, the gaze being given to the viewer.
Now, when you do that, it's really easy to just not do it on center, and they look crazy if you do them not on center.
Keep that out because you're going to give me some buttons.
Yep, you want like 3, 4 buttons?
I think. How's the song go? Buttons, 2 eyes made out of coal, but what about buttons? Does it say anything about buttons or no?
The Frosty the Snowman song?
That's right.
That's like the alphabet. I'm going to have to start all the way from the beginning.
Go for it. Bust them up.
Okay,
1, 2, do it.
Get 1 right there.
Yep. Another one, quickly. Woo.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to put a carrot nose on.
That is a serious.
Or maybe we should do the scarf first and leave the nose for the last thing.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise the nose is going to melt in.
So, Oliver, you going to hold this for me?
Sure.
And I'll make the scarf up. He's good. I'm going to give it to you right at the bench.
Time for Etta
Sounds
to get back into the dust and the dirt. Meow.
So you can take a look at this here. Spacing of the eyes is really important. If they're too close or too wide, it looks a little funky. You got to get the buttons going right in between the eyes.
What color are the buttons?
Buttons are going to be black. They're going to be coal black. And same with the pupils of the eyes. It's white with black pupils.
And the eyes look a little far apart right now because the carrot nose is going to go in between there.
Or is it a schnoz?
A carrot schnoz.
Schnoz. All right, Chris has half white, half red. He always likes to get it as close to reacting as possible. You can't have those 2 particular colors overlap because they turn to brown. So he's keeping them separated, 1 on each side. Hits both of the seams there. And are you going to be hitting this in a mold or just swirling it up color swirl?
Color swirl.
Okay.
And I'll grab, will you grab my shears, the little shears, and put them over there?
I'm going in for them.
And the taglia.
There they are. Great tools. Here he's got the arsenal to make a flowing, natural super scarf. And if you guys went to the Glass Academy website and you saw what we featured and put a lot of time and effort and preparation into showing you guys here tonight and to make available for purchase for the holiday season, you will see multiple snow people with glass scarves, multiple with cloth scarves, interchangeable cloth scarves, and there's also slugs for the first time ever with scarves. Look at the way he's working that while it's hot. It's very important. The angle he's holding the pipe. Cuts off the extra.
Nice wide scarf for this guy.
That looks like some sort of like creature tongue.
He's going to be looking up in the air, Oliver.
Now watch this move, folks. This is hardcore. This is something that Chris is a champion at doing, and I haven't seen it many other glass studios. You're gonna see it happen here. I'm gonna hit it from the bird's eye glass blower side. Look at that vibrancy in the white. See how he curled it with the shears? Grabs the end, curls it. Oliver knows that's about max time being out of the heat, so he gets in there, and that was just beautiful.
That's some nasty looking water.
I know, that stuff is gross. Look how dark. I told you guys, that's Merc 12.
I'll take it back, Ollie.
About 35, but you can see the reflection.
You ready for it?
Yep.
Busted up, super sizzled, burnt peppermints. This is one of the coolest snow people to come out of here in a long time.
This one's super cool. I'm just now seeing like the other side that came with the white on it coming, like, so you get like the bright white and then you get the
behind
red
the scenes white.
Yeah, this is so cool.
In this moment, would anyone have a chance to look at the chat?
I'll take a look real quick.
Thanks, Oliver. I know this is a serious piece. There's got to be some comments out there about what's going on.
There are. There's a lot of supportive comments. Oliver, if you want to read them so I can save my voice a little bit.
Yeah,
I got
Bess
you.
is a little raspy today.
All right, we're going to put some iris arms on here, Ollie.
All right, so then we're going to need either Michelle to join in or someone want to hold the camera here. All right.
Just kind of...
How big?
Everyone, listen, to go through every single comment would take a lot of the time away, like narrating what's going on here. If you're saying something kind about the work we're doing, thank you so much. That means the world to us. We appreciate it. Specifically, Annette, like, not realizing how many of us it takes to make a snowman of this scale. It's a full team operation here to have everything balance out right and to make the timing work. And then someone had commented that I'm being awfully quiet tonight. Big snowmen like this require a lot of focus, and if I get chit-chat, I will get distracted, and something bad will happen if I get distracted, so I gotta be on my A game when I'm helping out with these, especially
Don't be distracting Oliver.
There is one question, if it'll be a quick question you could answer, Oliver.
Yeah.
Hannah would like
Ready?
to know why we green tape our tools.
Why do we
Could
green
probably,
tape our
just let it
tools?
sit for 1
We
sec.
tape the tools for a number of different reasons. On hand tools, it's to denote where it belongs, whether it's for the studio here in Dearborn, if it's for the mobile unit, if it's for the Renaissance Festival. But if you notice, all the pipes we use, all the below pipes, those also have tape on them. Red, white, green, blue. And that denotes their size and how much glass you can even gather up on a pipe like that.
Great question. That was Hannah.
That's Hannah.
Love
Hannah
questions
asked some
like
good
that
question. If
from
I
Sweden.
remember right, Hannah's the one from Sweden.
Yeah.
Very
So shout out Sweden.
observative.
All of Sweden.
Observative.
Or she has translator. Ask her if she has translator.
I'm sure they can hear you just fine. So he just
tipping his
sculpted that into a serious tree twig. At this scale, it'd probably be a branch, wouldn't it?
Yep.
That's no twig.
I'm just getting through, like, when the scarf went down comments, and everyone's saying that they love how that scarf went down. Chris did an amazing job laying that down.
Yeah. I'll go for number 2 for you.
Yep.
Someone asked, how long does it take to be a glass blower? As soon as you start working with the glass, you're a glass blower, but in terms of getting, like, really good and being a master with the material, that's a lifelong journey. And there's always something you can get better at.
How long does it take to put on a show like this? And a lot of people. It takes
295 weeks.
95 weeks, and there's been a lot of people that have been involved in putting this on. I know there's a couple glass blowers. Oliver's a glass blower. Michelle's a glass blower behind the camera here.
I'm not a glass blower.
Bess is not a glass blower, but she is a champion.
Bess is a class champion.
Yes. But there's also a million other people involved, you know. Ellery did all the displays over there with help from Maria. You've got Donna in the front office fielding questions, making everything happen. All the incredible staff that make the gallery run, and the teamwork here in the hot shop for everything else that's not even involved in this show. Otherwise, we'd never be able to do it. You can't do what we do with only 10 people. We need help. We got part-timers, we got full-timers, and it's really a serious team effort. Shouts out to Matt, who is a part of a lot of these pieces out here as well.
In the basement.
Listen, I'm going to cut you off here because if I let you keep on going, you go for like another 15 minutes.
Thank you.
When we're working, like during like a Wednesday tomorrow, we're going to come at 8 a.m. and do a production day, Jake will spend a good half hour to an hour just like talking about how strongly he feels about the team and how everything's going so well right now, all this, all that. He gets real mushy. Sometimes he cries on a Wednesday. That's not uncommon for a Wednesday production. Jake has a little teary eye talking about the team and all the love for the team. And that's like, I'm making jokes here, but it's super real how much it takes a huge variety of people to make this show even happen, let alone the whole business.
Seriously.
I do want to read a comment from Elizabeth because she says, absolutely amazing that the snowman started as 17 candy cane sticks.
What a great point.
Oh, what a schnoz.
What a great point.
Big old piece of carrot.
That's a great point, Michelle. Okay, I got to get back on this
Get on there, Oliver.
train here real quick. Because not only our team that makes the live show happen, it's everyone watching. If we had 0 viewers, no one was watching, there's no engagement, there'd be no reason to do this. So for everyone watching, get in the comments here today. Like, this is the most active I've ever seen the chat. This is a really fantastic holiday show for us. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being here in all the previous shows.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to share the feed too. We do this every single week, but if you share the feed, you subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook, that boosts our stats and brings us higher in the algorithm. And we love what we do. We love the community that we've built. It's all about the community and the happiness and the just creativity and good mojo that's happening around here. And takes nothing, almost nothing for you guys to just pass that along to the next person and spread them some good energy. So we appreciate you for being here, just like Oliver said.
Now, switching gears from appreciation, Jody wants to know what type of truck you got, dude. What's the truck?
I got a lot of appreciation.
Whoa.
Woo! For my
Long
man,
pipe, short bench.
Daniel, out in Urbana, Ohio.
Little set for a second, hold on.
I got a 2004 Silverado, folks.
Yep.
Yes, and it was well maintained. It's a beauty. There's like one patch of rust on it. It's absolutely gorgeous. Got the 22-inch blades on it. It is
22-inch blades.
the rims. Look at that schnoz.
I don't know if we answered the question, but Elizabeth asking if we have any classes going on Thanksgiving week. We are taking the day of Thanksgiving off, which I believe is a Thursday.
Family time.
But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we do have classes going on, so be sure to check that out. We are getting right back to it after Thanksgiving, teaching a happy hour class. I can't speak to what the Saturday and Sunday are, but if I had to guess, they're classes, and they're excellent, and they're taught by us.
Yep. That's a pretty good educated guess, Oliver.
Going out on a limb there.
Yeah, we got classes booked all the way until when? April?
All
you
the way
just finished
through
that
April.
up
Yep,
with Heather doing amazing work on the website. Everyone in the front office. Oliver's the class coordinator. He just finessed those into the website, and it just is coming together nicely.
All right, we're going to put a GA stamp on the patty, right?
Yes.
So you're up for it.
On that note, before we get completely engulfed in doing this final move and getting this away safe in the box, we are hiring folks for multiple different positions, but mainly a general operations role. We need a super powerhouse to join us here at the Glass Academy and be a major part of the gallery and the office. And if you know somebody, I believe if you find somebody, your friend, you get like a $100 gift card if your friend gets going and gets hired, something like that. $150 gift card. So spread that word around.
I mean, if you're watching this show, you're in the local area, you know what our energy is, you know what our deal is, you know how we like to work. You got a friend who matches us a little bit, send them in.
So that's a pretty big core gather right there. I'm going to double dunk it here. I'm going for the white. I'm gonna swirl it up. I'm gonna cast it with these casting shears.
You want a hand with the door on that? Or
Nah, I'll get the door.
Okay.
If you wouldn't mind just setting those on the old
Yep, I got you.
Marvarooski. Not the bundle Rooski. Hope somebody thought that was funny. Okay. Is that enough?
Sure.
Too much?
Nope, I think it's nice with the little snow in it.
Oh, yes.
Need me to get some yellow out?
That's so silly, Oliver. No, no, we're going to not have any marks on our floor like that.
Because there's a lot of sugar going on.
I know. We're going to figure it out.
That's for the ants.
Oh, good. And for Etta? Etta can lick it.
Yeah.
Little gremlin.
So he's dropping the snowy base, the mountain of snow that this crazy, what's his name? We got to think of a name for this guy. I think his name should be Herbert.
Okay.
Herbert.
Herbert.
Dave said
Look
he
at
thinks
that.
his heart stopped when he heard the distinctive sound of metal on metal when you turned around. That way.
Seriously,
Yeah.
Dave.
Well, I got the bench is not in the spot that I was doing production all day on. They moved it closer to the glory hole.
I
and
moved
now
it away from the hole.
And now I got the...
These guys were like nestled up here, sitting like this.
This
They
is
weren't
like
even
a-
standing up.
This is like a 7-foot punny.
This isn't the first candy cane snowman we've ever made. This is the first one of the year, and it's probably the biggest one we've ever done.
Yes.
But it's not our first candy cane snowman ever, right?
I've only been a part of one other one here since I've been home since 2020.
Getting a
Full
little
roll up,
reduction.
you're right. The ones we did, we
Okay.
pulled them out of the Marver.
A little bit of a reduction on the arms here, the magical snowman arms. So he's
Mold.
looking super sweet.
Everybody
That guy's
loves it in
ready
the
to go,
comments.
Dad.
Keep the comments
We're not
coming.
jamming them down in there, so
Etta, you look so majestic, honey.
You want me to get the gloves?
I think we're just gonna grab him by the hat.
Okay. Put them away with the gloves.
Yep.
All right, folks, this is it. Nice, with strength. Yeah. Beautiful. Oliver, can you fire this up and torch around his body a little bit maybe if we need?
He's looking perfect. You got a stamp on it already?
Yep.
Yep,
Well, I think that's it. You're gonna glove them away, Jake?
yep.
Be real gentle setting them in there. Say goodbye, everybody.
Come here, little buster.
I'll get the door.
Okay. Right side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice glove.
Big boy.
By the hat.
Let's go.
That's a sweet piece.
Let's go,
That was a
Oliver.
really nice one,
That was a
Nice work,
sweetie.
team.
That's a good way to bring in the holiday. Our virtual show, you guys. What a great way to get things rolling. Some really nice pieces we got in the annealing oven. I know that piece is going to be available online here shortly
Yep.
in a matter of minutes. And if you're excited about it, get your fingers ready.
So we'll work on doing that. In the meanwhile, Bess, do we have any information on whether the bubble tree or the sliding penguin are going to be the giveaway?
Bubble Tree won by far. It was a landslide win.
So that means a penguin's up next. That's right.
Just a time idea. Keep that in mind. It's 7:40. I know we mentioned who knows with the holiday show.
We
But we've
might
got
have
some
some OT
housekeeping
tonight.
next.
Okay, housekeeping it is. We'll prep for the penguin and the bubble tree. The bubble tree being our classic e-news giveaway.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Michelle's showing off the table right now, showing what we have left. We've still got some amazing holiday themed pieces. What she just showed as well was our signature ornament, that beautiful, beautiful pinkish, cranberry-ish color. For housekeeping, our giveaway question this week is, if you could send a gift from Glass Academy to anyone in the world, who would it be and why? I also want to know what you'd want to send. So you're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. Michelle just zoomed in on, what was his name? Bingo Frosty Pants?
Bingo Super Pants?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frosty
The
Pants.
experimental Marini eye.
Yeah,
can't
he's
believe this guy's
he's
still
seen some
here.
stuff in his lifetime, huh?
Yeah.
We've got some amazing slugs with scarves on. We've got some amazing frosty snowmen. We've got a lot of things going on. But that giveaway question, you're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. Please make sure you put your name in the email so we know who you are when you win. Our giveaway question last week was asking about what your favorite snow story or snow memory is. Got a lot of different stories. We've got going sledding, just spending time with family outside, making a hunting snowman, giant snow nados. I would love to know what a snow NATO is.
A snow NATO?
Snow NATO.
Is that reference to Sharknado?
I don't know. I mean, are there sharks in the snow in the tornado?
Maybe in Sharknado 4 there will be.
It's possible. Anything's possible. Let's see. Someone said, I grew up on the west side of Michigan, so the lake effect snow was outstanding to play in. I grew up in Buffalo. The lake effect snow is outstanding to play in. Not outstanding as an adult, but great as a child.
Outstanding what?
Lake effect snow.
Oh, what? Oh, is that what we have?
West side. It's basically when you're on the east side of the lake. So west side of the state or Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
It's crazy. Our winner, where's our piece actually? Aha, Michelle, thank you.
Ah, yes.
Our little cutie that I believe Oliver made this last week. I wasn't here last week.
It was a triple collab.
So little cutie winner. Winner said ski school. Sorry, I can barely talk right now. Ski school at Stevens Pass in Washington during the high school years with my buddies, who were all more advanced skiers than I was, and I was just keeping up.
Yeah.
So congratulations to...
Let's say it.
Mel.
Ooh, Mel Mayberry. That's a beautiful name.
It is. Mel, you're going to get an email from Donna on how to redeem your wonderful prize, whether that is picking it up if you're local or getting that shipped to you. We are making an amazing giveaway coming up soon here in just a little bit, but we already made one giveaway, so I'm going to remind you guys about that as well.
Please.
We are giving away a beautiful giant jumbo slug. I think he had a hat on. Is that right, Jay?
Santa hat.
Santa hat slug to whoever is the most active in the comments with comments of 5 words or more on either Facebook or YouTube, either way. So we're going to run an algorithm afterwards and stay tuned for the winner of that next week, but make sure you get your comments in there.
So that's a Super Holiday 2024 virtual bling bling show extra bonus giveaway.
Absolutely.
As well as the value of this bubble tree we're about to give away being much greater than our typical giveaway. We're going to put some serious mojo into this one, and you can win that by sending the classic way your answer to our giveaway question to enews@glassacademy.com.
I've got one more question to ask as Jake is kind of showing that.
Here on the gathering point, folks.
For our members who got early access, would you guys prefer to have early access on a Sunday as opposed to a Tuesday? I know that when it went live earlier for early access, some of you may have been at work. And so we're tossing around the idea of making that live on a Sunday. Tell us what you think in the comments. Would that work better for you, or are you not at work? Let us know. Or answer in your link. Send us an email. Tell us what you think.
Hannah's wondering if we ship to Sweden, and I believe we're in the midst of finding out a quote for someone in France. Typically, it's my understanding that there's a customs charge we've tried to get around, but you will be paying top dollar to get it shipped out of the country. If you're interested in something like that, shoot us a message, Hannah, and we will get back to you for sure. With your weight and address, what you're interested in purchasing. So, a lot of love coming from Matt here. Jody, I'll get to your question in 1 second. But I wanted to get to, here it is. What time and day are you on? Tuesday evenings, 6 to 8. Weekly. That's Eastern time. Thank you, Carol, for that. Yeah, so we got all the shows on there posted. You can see the top ones based on the views, but also we've been doing shows for 4 years now. So in the beginning, we got really popular. Things leveled out. They all got different views, and there's a lot of good mojo.
Yeah.
Get one special guest in the studio, and all of a sudden the torch gets all crazy.
The thing was like twisted around backwards. I couldn't even get the thing off of it. But we're all right. See how it's hooked
So we
behind
do
it?
have in real time a response for our France inquiry, and the quoted shipping price was $58 for 6 pounds, and that's not including anything that may happen at customs. Thank you, Donna. If you guys haven't seen or met Donna before, I'm sure you've talked on the phone. There she is. Absolute champion, just had some amazing carrot cake today. And here, teleported over from Dearborn Brewing down the street, Connor, bartender at Dearborn Brewing. Do you have some words to say about this? Our partner and affiliate?
Yeah, so yeah, Dearborn Brewing, home of some of the finest drinkware in every part of the place you ever been to.
And the finest beer.
Well, beer, but yeah. All of our Mug Club members have custom-made mugs made by these fine gentlemen and ladies here at the Glass Academy. And yeah, we heard the shout-out of the model IPAs.
Orange.
So I was like, hey man, we gotta make it happen.
Represent,
Absolutely,
baby.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely post game, not while we're glass
Yes.
blowing, but afterwards, some nice cans of suds for the boys.
You're the man.
Appreciate that. Thanks, Sheila.
Super,
Thanks,
super
John.
cool. And as you guys know, we love those guys over there. And if you're coming to visit us in town, if you're coming to take a class, if you guys are coming for any of our major shows,
Chris.
which the holiday
Yeah,
show
for
we'll be
both,
telling you
that's
about,
good.
I think it's the first weekend in December.
Right behind you.
7 and 8, second weekend in December. You coming to town for that, or you coming to town for our New Year's Eve Super 300 Gathering Point show? You got to pop over there and grab a beer, hang out with them. I believe tonight I saw was their chess night.
Yeah, chess club.
I was looking at it and I was like, I'm going, and then I was like, it's Tuesday. But it does look amazing. Super cool.
So I'm working on having Oliver bring me over a couple penguin feet, which the trick to putting these guys on is I always try to make sure I've got the penguin foot tool
Of course.
available.
She's not, I mean, she's
Now,
not
are
There it
they
is.
feet or are they flippers?
Flippers
They are
all day.
flippers, you're right, but
with us.
you know what? Talking about the holiday, the penguin on Santa Claus is Coming to Town always put one foot in front of the other. He didn't say one flipper in front of the other.
He didn't say that, you're right.
But I try to make him look, because this guy's going to be sailing down Ice Hill.
To get a little bit technical with it, I want to point out that we've now transferred from glass blowing into glass sculpting, and you saw the amount of time it took for Chris, and honestly, that was kind of quick, the way he shaped up this body and made this happen. But it's a totally different process thinking about working the material from the outside in. And Chris has made enough penguins that he can visualize the sizing and the proportions and the way he needs to cut those flippers and leave enough thickness for the bottom down there. There's nothing easy about that. And that's the signature product that Chris is doing, and he's got that on lock. And it looks just kind of like a derpy little body until all of a sudden the flippers are on there.
Can I
And the
chime in
schnoz
here?
gets on there, the beak. Yeah, get in there.
In like particular to Dave Warp, any other glass blowers out there, wind that back, rewatch the tape. Because you watch the way Chris starts with this, a glob of goo, a big gather of glass, and how he breaks it up into like a humanoid figure. That's so interesting to me, the proportions and how he goes in with two moves. He's made the arms, and he comes in with the tagline, and he shapes out the torso and has it proportioned all right. It looks so good.
And the best thing I like about it when it works out, and this one worked out, Oliver, we're going for a punty,
Got it.
is when you hold the pull out on the tail long enough that the belly and the chest of the white drop out, and it looks all puffy like a penguin's feathery chest. Look at it. See how it's bulging out? I just love that. And I
want this
know
on a
that he's going to be
counterweight,
on a iceberg sailing, so I've got it rounded up this way. But he's looking really good. Little cutie. I like him smaller. These little guys are really treats. That's the art of glass blowing, everybody, is that you need to work the material quick, and the quicker you can work it and the less you can touch it, the more beautiful it looks. You want to help the glass along its own path, not force it to do anything on its way of movement.
He will be sliding down a berg, Donna.
I gotta let this pipe heat up for a little bit, Chris.
No problem.
So Jody, no, this is not the giveaway. The giveaway will be a
Jake,
bubble
give
tree.
me some buttons.
We were gonna make both items either way. One of them was going to go up for sale. One of them was going to be the giveaway. So it was determined that the bubble tree will be the end of the night giveaway, and then this is just going to be, correct, Jake? This is just going to be a penguin for sale?
Yep, penguin for sale, and this is a little bit longer of a show. We're going to be going into OT a little bit. Typically, folks, if you're new to the show, this is a 2-hour show, Tuesday every week, and the time somehow does seem to fly by still.
Especially when you're doing a signature candy cane snowman.
Yeah, seriously.
Nice. Beautiful.
But we're going to go into OT. It's the holiday show. We put together this 50 product table for you guys. We want to represent all those products. The bubble trees were designed on a Gathering Point show last year, so this is a fairly new product for us, and I think it's fitting that this will be one powerful giveaway for you guys here on our 294th show.
Amy has an answer for us on snow-nados.
Oh, yes?
Snow-nados are when it's snowing heavily and a gust of wind spins the snow in a tornadic pattern.
Sounds pretty serious.
All right, little black hat, Oliver.
You got it.
I'm seeing that a lot of people seem to prefer an early access on a Sunday. So that's good information, and we love hearing it from you guys. We don't know till we try, and we're learning every time, and we've really started putting a conscious effort into documenting everything we do so that we're not just restarting, retrying, we're growing in everything, every facet of the business, and it's a really exciting time here at the Glass Academy. As you guys may or may not know, we're in the midst of turning the Glass Academy into not only a spot for classes and for selling product and for the community of art enthusiasts, but also for those who like to use functional glassware. And we're putting a beverage counter into our studio. We're in the second half by far of that progress. A lot of the bar is complete, 2 bathrooms are complete, and even more than, we call it a bar loosely because it's going to be more of an event space. We've got a space for private events. You can book the spot. You can come in and have a mimosa after you're done taking your class here at the Glass Academy.
Yep.
It's community atmosphere of what we're doing. So really excited for that to happen, and it's taken a lot of time, it's taken a lot of funds. We've got a lot of support from you guys at various different events that we've done. And yeah, every week your support's super appreciated.
Linda says she loves the furry look of where the white meets the black because it's not a harsh line.
Yeah, down on the bottom.
Speaking of fuzzy penguins, have you guys heard of Pesto the penguin?
Pesto?
Pesto the baby penguin is the largest baby penguin to date. He's currently at a zoo in Australia.
Really?
You're gonna have to look him up because he's...
How big?
He looks bigger than the adult penguins. Like, he walks around like he's the biggest one and he's the baby.
He's 950 pounds.
Jake?
What?
White eyes? Dude. It's a big penguin. He's literally like 5 feet tall.
So are you saying maybe there was some sort of gene modification
Not intentionally.
in this penguin?
Have you ever seen how emperor penguins have their babies underneath their bellies, the big bellies? They just lift them up, put them over the baby, and then they are sitting there, and then they just lift their belly up, and the baby comes out from underneath. Well, that particular penguin had a keg underneath his belly.
A full keg.
That's how big he was.
There you go, folks. You heard it here.
I was wondering where you were going with that. Bess is showing me a picture of this baby penguin.
See him? Look how big he is.
I'm assuming that's like his parent that he's standing
Yes.
next. That's insane. I'm gonna have to look this up later.
I love him. He became an international superstar on social media overnight.
Oh, did you have
Black.
that penguin in our title then?
I could. There you go. But he is a giant fluffy baby. This is him with his parents.
Oh my God.
Show the camera.
We did.
That's insane.
And he's starting to lose his baby fuzz and coming into like his actual black and white feathers. And so everybody says he's kind of like in his Macklemore thrift shop video era.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what he looks like.
Okay, orange beak.
Orange beak coming up.
Actually, we got to put a scarf on him.
Scarf then beak?
Yeah.
All right.
Scarf
You want
time.
me babysitting that for a little
Hold
bit?
him.
More technical questions. Do we know if the snowman is up for sale yet?
I have not been given a price on him, so no.
What was that? 5,000? All right, I'm watching this penguin here. I'm looking at the glow of the red in the head here, but I gotta really pay attention to what's going on here towards the bottom.
I want to make sure that everybody knows that the way you put this particular scarf on is that it's blowing in the wind because he's moving so quick. Super important.
How fast do you think a penguin sledding down a hill can go? Like, you think like they go like Mach 4?
30 miles an hour.
30 miles an hour?
Yep.
That snow penguin will be up for sale in a minute. We appreciate the reminder. There's a lot going on, and it slipped us. But it's coming up.
Thank you for asking.
Donna, it is going to be on an iceberg, I do believe. Yes, it will. And we love the icebergs. Icebergs and having this transparent blue glass is not something you see at every glass blowing shop. If you didn't already know, we haven't mentioned anything that, or 90% of the products that we offer that are a transparent blue come from our recycled glass. And that is a secondary furnace that we have, stays on all year long, that stays at 2,000 degrees, just like the clear furnace, and we melt down all the extra colors, the excess colors, like that little nib that he just chopped on the floor, anything we have down here, all those colors made from metals and minerals in the natural glass can be remelted and become transparent blue. And it's a varying shades of blue, and it's amazing, and it looks super elegant and classy. Look at that flowing scarf. Super difficult move. I mean, he's working two hands identically at the same time, and Oliver's holding steady and not moving an inch.
He's cruising.
That natural, beautiful recycled glass, it symbolizes, you know, recycling and nature and the earth and conservation and water and clean water and deliciousness. And so when you look at our pieces over there, our snow people on recycled bases, or particularly our penguins that we're talking about here, sitting on a natural, super icy, glassy iceberg. It's a really beautiful thing, and there's a lot going on in a product like that. It blows people's minds sometimes.
All right, orange beaker.
It blows my mind sometimes. And Oliver mentioned last show how we've been slowly kind of filtering out 2 or 3 of the other colors that we typically would have in that recycle mixture. Some of the pinks and the oranges and some other things, and it's really only just toned up that blue to be even more electric and powerful and icy and delicious. Bless you.
I think 2 coats are enough.
Yep.
Okay.
Beak time.
This is what makes the whole guy come together. Steady.
Woo! Quick fingers. Someone was refreshing the feed that entire time. That's a serious historical piece there, folks, and that one, as all the pieces on the show are, will be signed with the show number on it. so that you can look at that and you pass that down to your 2 generations below, whenever it may be, and you say, you know, here in this technological age, my grandson, my granddaughter, you can use your super device and just, I mean, it's probably going to be in your brain by the time they're using a super device like this.
You want to hang on to this guy?
Absolutely.
All you have to do is Google at glass blowing, folks.
That's a delicate point. And the beak, don't melt the beak.
If you're not watching on YouTube, this show in our family business in Dearborn, Michigan, The Gathering Point, is the owner of the tag at glass blowing. You got what? Okay, Michelle's got questions. I'm going to show you guys our recycle tank over here. One of 2 brand new furnaces here at the studio, 200 pounds. We've got our flags from our viewers from all over the country, all over the world, watching our show, sent in to us. If you guys are new to the show, maybe some of the people from Sweden, from France, could talk with the community and get us one of those flags, because that would be cool to represent here in the studio. But you can see how that doesn't look blue at 2100 degrees, and it looks orange. Once this berg starts to stiffen up and we're getting ready to throw that slippery slimer on there.
Now, is it looking...
Great question. Someone was asking if you could crackle the base.
To make it icy-like?
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah, maybe. But it's solid.
Yeah.
I could try.
We could try. I mean, if you're cooling, super cooling, this person's talking about nice gather. I got the door. About dunking water, dunking the glass in water to make that crackled effect. We highlighted that on last week's show on those wine glasses. Woo, what a
nice
catch.
save.
Wow. The trick with doing that crackle is that you're able to, look at that drip. The drip and swirl.
Ooh, that's some hot glass.
Yeah, it is.
Creamy.
Oh, yeah. Look at that kitty. You guys can come visit her in the studio. She lives here at the Glass Academy, and she would love a scratch from you. Yes. Yes, it does, Wendy. And it's pretty crazy. Yeah. 21 years we've been doing recycled glass. There were 2 furnaces. I saw the 3 furnaces. I was going through pictures. 24 years? 23? No, I think it was 2002, I thought it started.
And we started the glass. Our first furnace was in 1991. 2001 was the Glass Academy.
Oh.
Jody says that we are into OT territory.
Yeah, we are definitely going into OT. We're already there.
In
OT is
and we
past
still
our
got
2 hour.
We got a bubble tree to make.
We do. We do have a bubble tree to make.
You know what colors you want for the bubble tree?
Virtual blaster. It's a great pointed question. I don't.
Don't know? Okay.
But we will find out.
That's all right. You don't
soon.
You don't have to know yet. You could do like, you could do jungle green, Jake.
Dip in the water.
Oh, he's going for the dunk. He's trying it. A suggestion from the viewers. Oh, and it looks cool.
1 second.
Crackle, icicle, iceberg.
Go ahead now and I'll come out.
So it's going to look even more icy.
Does
Penguin
look really
on the
cool.
vert. That does look literally like ice. Who suggested that?
Jake, will you give me a
I'm
punny?
looking. Hannah from Sweden says the penguin needs a cracked iceberg.
Yeah.
The double dunk?
2 times the dunkage. All right, I'm about ready. Went for a jumbo punny here. That's about the size that Chris used for the snowman, except it's on a small rod. That's all we had up there. So I beefed it up a little. It'll hold its heat a little bit better, although you have a little less turning radius. But
Glory hole's yours, Oliver.
that's not necessarily a bad thing, because this isn't going to be much more in the creation of this beautiful piece. You've got the penguin complete, the berg is complete, and that means that all we need to do is piece these babies together.
Jan says, love the hat, Oliver, and I just realized Oliver is the last one standing with the Santa hat here.
Oh, that's right.
Started with the Santa hat on.
Chris swapped up right back to regular hat.
But Oliver has
after
been
giving us
to the
a hard time.
Uh-oh, Jake, give me some heat.
Oh, distraction.
Chris told me at the start of the show if I take this Santa hat off, I'm in trouble. So,
Oliver, we're going to trade up in a minute.
Totally.
all right.
Sue says, love a trip to Crackletown.
Oh, yeah, it's a great place.
A little bit more time yet, or?
You're okay. You got plenty of heat.
You need anything from me, or you got that?
We're good for now.
So the timing of this is very important to take this
Okay, trade me
penguin
up, Ollie.
and stick it on there.
Just heat the tip. Don't heat the punny at all.
You got it.
Yeah. Front row. This is not a Marver connection. This is on the pipe. So Chris has been preheating the top of that. He's looking at the penguin, making sure everything's lined up, and then he's going to grab it.
Okay,
Whenever you
back
grab
again.
it with these diamond shears that are going to be there,
Actually, I have Oliver hold it up, and I knock him right onto it.
and just tap
He
it off.
holds it on his foot, and I lay him on there.
Well, that's even better, because what I was mentioning is that the diamonds, if you're going to take a piece over like Chris did the tree or the snow person and walk it all the way over there with a cold tool in
Okay,
the
Oliver
final
here.
moments of putting something away, there's a lot of room for disaster. That tool will crack the piece
Go ahead
pretty
and heat up
quickly.
just the tip of this.
Okay. Same
that
deal.
down.
So they're going to swap one more time with
Yep.
elegance and class. And here comes the moment. We got add-on supervision.
All right, go ahead and sit down and torch the end of that just a little bit at the very end, and then I'm going to come over and you're going to hold it on your foot straight up in the air after you torch it.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It's free to support us that way, even if you don't buy anything on the show.
All right,
It helps
on
us
your
get our
foot.
name out there.
Represent.
Algorithm recognizes that people like our content. It shows our content to more people.
Don't move.
Holding steady.
The moment.
High pressure. Quiet on set, please.
Yeah. Give them a round of thumbs, folks. 5 emojis in the chat. That went beautifully. It looked pretty smooth. It looked like nothing really even happened, but seriously, a lot could have happened there.
Do you need a little black bit for the tail?
Oh, we're just going to torch that guy.
Okay.
He's sliding off the next one.
Hey, that's right. Jan's in the chat. Jan was the one with her sister sitting over here hanging out with us during the live glass blowing.
Oh, super nice.
Super cool.
That mug that we did turned out amazing.
Yeah.
I was looking at him
ruby
today.
gold bling in action. We had some
Yeah.
live glass blowing this weekend. It's nice talking to you, Jan, and your sister.
Hope it was fun for
Now
you to be.
know how treacherous grubs can be in the lawn.
Yeah.
Messiah, what's up? Nice to see ya. Hope everything's going great on the West Coast.
All right.
Thank you, Annette, for the love and appreciation.
How did these guys get put away with gloves?
Claw?
Nope, I got to stamp them.
Torch stamp. I'll bring the stamp to you. I think it's a claw situation. Grab him by the penguin's
Yeah,
soft
right
belly.
underneath them. Go ahead and bring me a stamper.
You've got it. And I do want to remind you guys again that we've released our signature product on this show, both the 2024 signature candy cane and the signature ornament. And if you guys are thinking about gift giving, you guys are thinking about supporting American-made products, this is the way to do it. It's on the website. We've got our own page, our own product section set up for it. $2 of every sale is going to Forgotten Harvest. Did I say something funny?
No, I can't believe you just did that, because I literally just hit enter and sent in the chat the link to all the signature items. And then just like that, you started talking about the signature items.
That's
like,
just how we do it.
Have been more perfect.
That is just how we do it. Oh my gosh.
It was amazing.
Well, that's the way it is, folks. That's serendipitous, and I'll continue to say that Forgotten Harvest, an incredible volunteer organization. We're going to be donating some canned food from our food drive back to them, and $2 right off the top of every signature product sale this holiday season is going to be donated back to them, and you'll see that go out on our show. Represent, check it out on the website. You want me to claw this? You torching the bottom?
We'll torch it, and then we'll claw it away.
All right. If you guys have questions about that, put it in the chat.
Is that your best friend?
Stand them right up.
He's done.
I'd flip them right up, then you can get underneath them.
Yep. Come here, little buddy.
Yeah, and get it quick off his feet. All right.
Oh my God,
that turned out sweet. It's a nice one. Another holiday super special. Love it. Nice work. Nice bits, Oliver. Nice punny.
Awesome.
Jacob.
Thank you.
That's some serious teamwork right there, folks.
Safely in the annealing oven, which is going to be amazing when the annealing revealer goes down. The annealing revealer goes down.
The revealer of
annealing. And that's Jake. He's the annealer revealer.
And so is Robin, our shipping queen connoisseur, and Oliver. We got the trifecta going, and we'll be rotating it around.
I'm wearing a hat. I forgot.
Oh, he had to take his off.
It's going right back on, everybody. It doesn't count, Chris, okay?
Maybe this one will stay on my head better. It's not so heavy. That's right. We'll get going on the bubble tree.
We got one more item for you guys tonight on the show. We've got our actual giveaway for our question. So our question is, if you could send a gift from the Glass Academy to anyone in the world, who would it be and why? I also want to know, what would you send? What would it be?
If you could send any gift to someone at the Glass Academy, what would it be and who would it be for?
Oh, Oliver's reversing the question. Okay.
I mean, you got to answer that question if you want to win something, but I am just generally curious. If you could send a gift to Donna, what would it be?
You're going to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com, and because we love Donna, you want to make sure you put your name in the email as well so we know who won. Donna says that's right. We still have some amazing pieces left on the table here. I'm going to throw those links in the comments for you.
Please. And Michelle's highlighting right now, and I just want to talk about the bubble tree for one moment, because this is my favorite piece I've made this year so far with the team. You've got snow in the cracks. These are all individual, as you're about to see, bubbles layered onto the piece. It takes a team of 3. These were designed last year, and we've added now the foot to complete the whole look, so it's not just sitting flat on its own. But this is a beautifully designed, I'm in love with product, and happy to have produced here at the Glass Academy. So we're going to do another one. First ever red signature bubble tree with white snow and either red or white ornaments. So here we go, folks. We're going to do as many tiers on this tree as we have pipes up and are hot.
How many is that?
I'm going to leave it as a surprise, part of the process.
It is.
There's our Avolio shape.
So that's what you're dropping the bubbles onto?
Yes.
Nice.
Feeling like Mike Tyson. I got a stiff neck and I can't even move it around.
Did he have a stiff neck?
He's got a big neck, and I assume because of how wide it is, he probably has limited mobility.
Did you see that picture of him working out where he had like a big giant like weight thing, and then he had this thing around the top of his head that had a cord on it, and he was just sitting there going like this.
No.
Like so he could take his punches.
Jeez.
That's some serious work.
All right, Dad, so you want to go right behind Oliver for this?
And what are we going, red?
Yep, 1.5 coats. One good coat, hit the back end, right back in, that's it. And then blowing the bubble pretty much perfectly even, and then swapping with me, and I'll neck it down, and we'll swap back.
And the biggest ones are happening right now.
Smallest ones are happening right now.
Smallest.
Oh. And we're only going as many tiers as we have pipes.
18 tiers.
We'll see. Well, we were saying we were trying to decide what we could do and how we could size these up as a website item, all right? And we were like, we'll do a 6-tier one, and then we'll do a 10-tier one, and then we'll do jumbo ones. And we did the 6-tier one, and then we did the 10-tier, and the 10-tier are the biggest ones you see on the table over there. And we were like,
maybe that is jumbo.
Maybe that is jumbo. That's pretty good. That's a big item, and that's a centerpiece for in your holiday home or your regular home or whatever. Blow tender. Good. I got that, Dad. Swap with me.
So Jingle the Sliding Penguin is now available. He's a little cutie, a little smaller than our normal penguin.
Really important that we've found in our trials and tribulations of creating these over the last 1.5 years that bubbles drop on super centered and they don't have a really thin side. So this is even more than any other product. It's a focus of all 3 team members. And there was after like the 5th or 6th one that we did one day a couple weeks ago. Blow. Good. We fell into this rhythm of making them, and we were just like in the zone, back and forth. The guys were bringing the exact like 12.5% increase in size. They were blowing the bubbles perfectly symmetrical. I was laying them on perfectly symmetrical. And that's just a really rewarding thing. I'm ready when you are. Okay. And so taking a break and then coming to the live show and doing these again and then doing them with Chris, who we were working with Matt at the time. It's a different flow that we've got established in this first piece, this first red bubble tree of its kind.
For the tiers coming in, I've got 11, 5, 15, another 11, 7. Let's see here. I've got 6 or 7, 12. We're all over the map here.
If you guys had a zoom button, you might be able to see back there. Never mind. Janae. Yes. Good. Bam! And because we're doing transparent colors, I find it looks a lot glassier and a lot nicer. I always torch it one time like that just to get that. That was a nice one, Oliver. That little cut mark out of there and make sure that it's really doing its thing. You see what I mean now? It's going to have this weight that gets longer and longer. We did that 10 tier that was like down here, but that didn't break. I was keeping it warm. Didn't break from leverage because it's that perfect, beautiful swoosh. Blow. Good. This is also such amazing practice for Oliver and Matt, dropping, blowing feet, and just having control over the bubble and working the glass hot, getting it hot, and presenting it in a comfortable manner. And so I think this is just an all-around incredible thing. You notice as the top gets colder and colder, What?
You're the one working. You're just like talking of the store.
Well, no one else is talking. I'm giving them what I got.
We appreciate it, Jake.
Look at the gradient of heat.
I'm trying to make sure these bubbles are coming out.
They're coming really good, Oliver. Stay focused.
You know, back when I was a kid.
So, Hannah has a good question.
Who?
Hannah from Sweden.
Oh, word.
She says, how do you know how hard you need to blow? Because when somebody says tender, you all might have a different opinion of what that means.
No.
That comes with working with each other so much.
Yeah, they know what tender means.
There was one time I got asked to blow fierce, and I did blow as hard as I can, and I found out that that did not mean blow as hard as I can.
Yeah. And every glass blower's got their own style of communication. That's a beautiful thing about it.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Oliver, your hat is just killing me.
I'm
Thing's
doing
swinging.
everything I can right now.
Oh, yeah. Blow. Good. That's nice.
This is one of those pieces that just gets my brain going, because I got to do a bunch of bubbles and blow them, cap them, and everything.
How many pipes are up there?
2 more I just added.
Beautiful. Oh!
I gave him the right amount of pipes, so he has the right amount of bubbles that he said he wanted. Otherwise, we had no pipes left. This would have been the last bubble. You said you wanted 8, right?
I did just say we were going to do what we had up.
Well, we're done then.
We do need to put a foot onto it as well. That builds a little height on this
Little
thing.
6-tier with, that's going to look good. I'm going for the base.
This will be a 7-tier here. You're going for the base. You know what color you're doing?
I'm doing that ultra bling bling, brand new, off the lot gold.
Super gold. Head of the supervisor took her spot.
She's got airplane ears.
Yep, good. And really, when you're talking about communication, it's all about having to say the least amount of words. If we would have kept doing this, the 3 of us, for probably 2 more bubble trees, we would have locked into a rhythm, knowing each other's style of working, and we probably wouldn't have needed to say anything to each other. The date?
In the year. Tell me the date of the year.
Do you know what today is, Jake?
November 19th. Say it.
November 19th, 2024 is the date of now.
Right? So when we see these bubble shoes made in China 3 years from now,
Uh-oh.
they can't hear me. I have a mic.
Yeah,
they don't
Michelle's
have
just
robots
saying.
who can make those yet.
You saw these here first. These is an original Glass Academy design, and you actually can watch the original show that we just spontaneously came up with this. That was last year around Christmas time. It's one of those November, December shows, and it turned out ridiculous. We just got all excited, and then Christmas was over. So here comes Oliver with a nice honker of a brand new style gold foot that we have that I realize is very similar to the typical gold we use, except it's opaque.
It's fuming.
Now what does that mean, folks? It's fumey.
It's ethereal. It's like fog.
You ready?
Looks so nice.
That's just really good. Dad, would you mind?
What?
Would you give me a little squish?
That looks nice.
Thanks.
That looks nice.
Crisps. This is a giveaway, folks. It's kind of crazy. Someone's going to get this for free, and if you haven't entered to win, you probably should. This is probably going to be, to date this year, one of the nicer giveaways that we've done. We did some really hardcore big boys for our annual pumpkin show, but we can't just be lacking on our holiday show.
I was just about to. So our question this week is, If you could send a gift from anyone, or sorry, if you could send a gift from the Glass Academy to anyone, Oliver's got me all confused on the question now.
Oh, don't blame me now, Beth.
Well, 1000% am. If you could send a gift from the Glass Academy to anyone in the world, who would it be and why? I also want to know what you would send, honestly.
I'm gonna need one more heat.
Yeah, who would you? What would it be? Who would you be sending it to and why?
When would you send it? You'd have to send it soon if it's going to go pretty far.
Oh, I thought you meant like it could be in the past or like the future. Or
Oh, send it in the past?
Yeah. You said when, and I thought like time period.
Send an iPhone to 1964.
That'd be fun.
So we did a couple without snow previously, but
think about it.
I'll be ready on the next one. But there's something about the way the snow settles into the crevices of each of the platforms and accentuates this design and what's going on here. So I think pretty much everyone needs snow on there. But watch, yes, really tiny grain white frit. Watch how gently this beautiful strong connection's been holding the weight of this 8-tier, 7-tier, plus a base, super bubble tree. And watch how gently I'm just gonna touch it right in the middle as soon as Oliver's ready. I bet you won't even be able to hear the sound of it cracking.
I was just gonna say, Robin says, "What an amazing giveaway."
Seriously, it's gonna be
Wish
bright
I
red.
could enter. So do I.
Listen
Robin.
to this.
Beautiful.
Ding. Nope. I don't know if you'd have to enter to win. You'd have to just pull the boss move.
This is true.
So that went swellingly. If you take a real deep one on that, I'll center her up.
Chris commented and said, "I wonder who has the most comments on tonight's show."
That's a good question. You are in the entry. All right. 726. Is that just Facebook or Facebook and YouTube? Oh, we got a little peelage.
It's holding up in the air.
Yeah, this color is real soft. It's kind of like reminding me of the blue. Whoa.
Easy,
The blue
buddy.
chrome. It's slippery too.
Need a different pair of tweezers?
No.
We putting ornaments on there? There's supposed to be ornaments on there, but
Let's see how it looks with the snow. I haven't done a snow and ornament combo, and I think it might be a little too much.
I like the snow. I thought I didn't hear about the snow, but if we're doing snow, I don't think snow and ornaments.
Yeah, I think we should stick with the snow. I experimented with it, and actually that pine tree one with just ornaments did look pretty good. But I'd like to do another run of these. We got a beautiful one going here. Let's douse it. We're gonna do it right there. If we could turn this video into slow motion, and Roland, our amazing new editor, might do this when we edit this video 6 months from now and repost it as a 20-minute super video. I think seeing the snow being dusted on here in slow motion and Oliver tapping it all symmetrical and nice with our extendo spoon.
I got the extendo
Slow-mo storm.
Yeah.
This
Like
one's
a
going to be
Sharknado
tough
storm.
to chop down to a 20-minute video. It's all
Yeah,
action.
You're right. It was a lot of good action.
There's a lot of good action.
So you can just save your wrist over there because I'm going to have to finish up the topper real quick.
Okay.
We're at 10%.
All right.
He's in like the doctor's office. Nurse, Dad.
Beautiful.
I found that you can overextend those. I was trying to get the heat down further and further in the past, trying to make it even smoother and smoother, but then there is a point where pulling that out to too much of a tip does not look correct.
We had a couple people ask, what is the cone-shaped tool?
That's the Sophietta.
That's a cat.
One more heat and then we'll do it. Especially
It's a
for
cat,
this
everybody.
red. Little preheat down in this bottom crevice.
Oh, you need a little stamper. You want to do snow then stamper?
That's cool. Will you really be aware and try not to get snow on the foot? Start on that last crevice and then work your way up from it. Well, I'll be moving it, but you just keep a bonus eye on it.
I got you.
Is that because when a snowstorm comes in, it doesn't go on the foot?
It doesn't really make it under the tree all the way to the trunk. You think it does?
I don't know. When you're skiing and you ski up on a hill, what happens? You get too close to the trunk, you fall down in there.
You just stay, stay right there and I'll move. Hit it harder, hit it harder. There we go. We can go for a second dousing if we need.
Let's go for that second dousing.
Yep, go for it. I'll take a little flash. Oh, that's looking good. With elegance. Yeah. Oh, yes. Beautiful.
She's looking frosty.
Pretty
now,
clean.
when you win this and you're looking at it in the sunlight, every piece of snow on that tree hand placed by Jake and Oliver, meticulously.
Custom snowstorm. It's really
good.
hard. I guess we could ask people in the chat and you guys' opinion if you think that the GA stamp would be facing forward on the base if you were putting it out, or to the side, or if you would hide the GA stamp on the base to the back side.
It doesn't matter because you can spin the piece.
Well, I know, but if you were placing it in your home, would you represent that little nub, that stamp of approval, or would you?
You'd get tired of spinning it around every time you want somebody to know that it came from the Glass Academy, which is every time. So just stick it out in front.
That's a good answer.
All right.
Give it to me. We're going to iridize the bottom here. Give it a little bit of metallic action. Oliver was thinking ahead and he was ready to go. It's going to change it from that weird kind of gray color to this beautiful green, gray, orange, yellow, supernatural pine tree blinging bit of action. And that will be bright red. I know it doesn't look like it now. Oliver, you got the claw. Dad, you got the claw, and Oliver, you got the torch.
I got the torch.
Give me 1 second to get some heat on these guys.
I'll take one more heat with the reduction then.
Sorry, I can't talk. One more time, this is the giveaway. So the question is, if you could send a gift from the Glass Academy to anyone in the world, who would it be and why? What would you send?
Enter to win this piece.
No wrong answer. Where do you send your answer, Jake?
enews@glassacademy.com, baby.
There's no wrong answers.
Yep, no wrong answers. Put your name in there so we can shout you out on the show next week. Someone's going to be taking this thing home. It's a hell of a box.
That's a super nice show day. That's awesome.
Wow.
Carol says that is the longest overtime ever.
Woo! You say the longest?
Longest overtime ever, Carol says.
Yeah, half hour into OT.
Starting a piece in overtime.
Right.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
Wow.
That's good.
Great show, guys.
Yeah,
Amazing show, holiday special. I love it.
Seriously.
All right.
Beautiful
Jake.
table. Great work from the entire team. Great work from everybody, including Sophietta down there. $264 going to the Rising Kites organization and our new organization for the signature holiday product this year, signature candy cane and ornaments with the brand new golden loop. Stocking stuffers, collectible item, beautiful gift for the holidays. You could knock out your whole family darn near with gifts. And a special pricing on the 3.
And when is the
in-house holiday show?
That's right.
7th and the 8th. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. 295 shows later. If you just joined us, we'll see you next week, Tuesday, 6 to 8.
Good night.